Have the wrong one?
No, I'm just telling you.
I already have
Trying to help.
136.
I'm trying to help, man. Just trying to help.
Mono crate. Make fun. Okay.
Bandwidth.
Oh. Hey, let's do 100 hours each. Alright, it's on. Wait, we'll give it a few seconds. Hi. Birthday boy.
Yep, that's me.
The birthday boy. Son of a. Hashimoto. Hashimoto. Alamoto.
Matt Hashimoto.
Hey Hashimoto. If you
Sorry,
you're
what's
still
up?
able to get that box, me, go ahead and get it. That will help.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll get them. It was just since all this virus crap, they had to cancel the event and reschedule it. So,
Yeah, if you can.
oh yeah, I'll get them.
All right. So you want to see the opening? I have to log into that because I know. When everybody's ready, everybody's ready with. Alright. Party ready?
Yep.
Everybody's ready, right?
Shadow Smokers Legion.
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 Shadow Smokers Legion for life.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
Shadow Smokers Legion.
Shadow Smokers Legion.
Shadow Smokers Legion. Shadow Smokers Legion.
Shadow Smokers Legion.
Shadow Smokers Legion. And yes, I need a haircut.
Shadow Smokers Legion, baby. And for those that you couldn't understand that.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
All right. Hopefully everybody got to watch that. Watch that. Okay. Come back and watch it later. So I combined everybody's thing of Shadows. They didn't send it. Yeah. That reminds me how annoying edit. I really hate edit. I really hate edit. No, there is exact reason why I did not allow him. You know the exact reason, okay? Audio is clipping out. For who? Whose audio is? Whose audio is? Is it working now?
Seems like it is right now. It was cutting out. Somebody had background noise.
Okay, now. Definitely. It's definitely me. Test. 1, 2, 3. Test.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. All good. So,
Martine's over there shaking his head.
Martin. See, Martin is shaking his head because he didn't send me that clip. Instead he put it into his video. That say Shadow Smoke Legion in his video. And I had to find a way to download it off YouTube so that I can get it there. So I haven't got it there yet. So Martin is smoking this.
Busted the cap. I busted the cap of my last Filthy Viking with a cutter that's supposed to be sharp. So I probably won't ever be using this again.
Just glue it back up. Glue it. Where's your cigar
As
glue?
I'm smoking it?
No, cigar glue it.
I know. As I'm smoking it or what?
No, just give it a few seconds.
Fuck it. It's just a cap. Well,
Smoke it
finally it's
anyway.
exposed now.
Smoke it backwards. Smoke it backwards. No, then you don't have to worry about the cap. Smoke it backward.
True that. All right, I'll give it a minute.
You know, I give you a good idea. I think that's a pretty good idea. No?
I'll try it.
You smoke it backwards, you don't have to worry about the cap. All right, so how many of you actually watched the Drew Estate thingamajigga?
Not me.
So I watched it. I didn't think that they give any valuable information other than go ahead and go buy that box. I didn't think that they were talking about anything. I couldn't understand what they were talking about. They were talking about a little bit about you know, like how they started naming the rat series, the Unico series, and then this rat, that rat stuff. I did not get the idea of it. Like I didn't understand what value of it that is, other than, you know, they had to use scissor to cut exact amount of tobaccos for the recipe blend, which I think is weird because, like, even if you cut a specific amount, like how many ounces of a leaf, you're not gonna get that amount, you know, because it's like you can get the same amount of sugar out of a teaspoon of sugar, but like when they say like teaspoon of watermelon, every teaspoon of watermelon is gonna taste different, you know. So I actually think that, you know, having the scissor cutting it is like, what is the reason of doing, kind of did not make sense, you know, something that might taste different. So yeah, and they sold out of that box of the Year of the Rat in like 16 minutes.
Yep. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's like, what were you expecting? You tell everybody to buy, you know, and everybody's gonna buy that, you know, 16 minute of a 1 hour show. Pretty much everybody just leaves after like 20.
Right.
Right. So
They probably saved it for the end, didn't they?
they didn't. Basically, near the end, they were like, oh well, you know what? There's still like, if you buy, I think like 20 sticks and stuff like that, you'll still get one single stick. So they ran out of boxes. They still have singles, and they give those singles out.
Yeah, that's why I just go to my connection and just tell them what I want, and I don't deal with
Hashimoto. Not everybody has the connection.
it. It's taken me quite a few years to get these connections, man. But,
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You had to build your connections, and not everybody get that connections. Who's this? Matt Meadow. So,
What's up, Matt?
what's going on, Matt? It's kind of weird. I was wondering how Martina Maya was able to get the video shot of the chat room with everybody in there. Like, my face is not in here, but he was able to get it with my face in. I wonder how that worked.
What are you talking about?
Like, you posted a picture of the chat room in Instagram.
Yep.
But when you post the picture, my picture, your picture are in there. But when I look at my own screen, myself is not in there.
Well, I think we were using just a regular Zoom call, or the Zoom, or not the Zoom. What is it? Google call or Google Chat or whatever it is,
Oh,
instead of the group meeting.
okay.
There's a grid view as well. Maybe we're using grid view.
I am using Grid View, but because I'm
Well,
the one that's
there's
talking, myself in the corner, that little piece of image.
There's an extension called Grid
meat grid or something like that. That's in addition to.
Oh, so how'd you get the extension?
But beware, it may screw things up, so be careful.
Yeah, well, that's what I worry. But yeah, let's say hi to everybody on the chat room. We have Brian, we have Quick 30. He's like always on time, every time.
Wakes. What's
Well,
up, big dog?
Edward O'Neill, we have Kyle, we have Joe, we have Jason Mutton, we have Matt Scaife.
Matt Scaife, he's back.
You know, here's the thing though. Every time we run a raffle, everybody's here. When we're not running a raffle, no one's here.
True.
Got to do a raffle
That is
for all.
true.
Ticket for the raffle is still up for sale on Monday. No, today is the raffle. Today is the raffle. So everybody
I don't
saying
know.
happy birthday to Michael Wells. Michael Wells,
Oh yeah, we
birthday
got to
boy.
sing happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you guys.
the birthday boy.
Oh,
All
the
right,
birthday
everybody
boy.
ready?
There he is.
Happy birthday to
To
you.
you.
Happy birthday to you.
More off key.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to Showgazer.
Michael.
Happy birthday to you.
Are you one?
Nice.
Are you two?
Somebody had to
Happy
punch his
birthday,
arm.
brother.
Yeah, hit me. Hit me 33 times.
Are you
youngster.
32? Are you 33?
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
No, he's only 18.
Right? He looks
Underneath, underneath this beard. 18.
So,
I got me some Jane Walker to drink.
what, James Walker? Oh, here we go. Is that the new limited one? No, it's not. That's the
Yeah.
the regular one, right? That's the regular one.
That's the limited one.
Is that the limited one? You need to let me know
This
how
is-
it tastes like because they hype up that to be a different blend. So,
Really?
They hype up all Johnny Walkers, don't they?
huh?
Don't they hype up all Johnny Walkers?
No, but what happens is when you have Jane Walkers are usually just exactly the same as Johnny Walker Black. But what happens is this particular one, the limited release one, they say it's different blend.
Okay.
So yeah, Matt Scaife, you've been gone too long. There is a raffle tonight, and there's gotta be another raffle at the end of June. I think June 27th.
I forgot all about the raffle.
You forgot all about the raffle?
Yeah.
Well,
Shit,
yeah,
I didn't even know. I forgot all about it.
sure.
I
Yeah,
did.
I'm serious.
So yeah, but we're I'm still collecting, trying to come up with some ideas for raffle. But we do have these coffin Bosners, the Boston Baron, the kosher version of that from James that we can put in raffle prizes. Obviously we know that Yazzer throwing that big 10 prizes in there. Don't tell me you guys don't know what the prize are, right? You guys know what the prize are, right? No?
No.
So I think each prizes consist of 5 pack of cigar and a bottle of Griffinage IPA Scotch soy sauce.
Soy sauce?
I had to say soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
I can't say anything else. I had to say soy sauce.
It's always so tough.
So you will get
You
bottle
get a
of
nice big
that
bottle of soy sauce.
and 5 pack of cigar. Just 10 of those. So
Wow.
yeah.
I didn't even enter the raffle.
The raffle didn't even open yet.
Oh.
I thought you
Might
were
even
fucking-
turn into a 6-pack.
I thought I saw something where it said tickets were so much and
That's
It's
actually
complicated, man.
the raffle for today. All right, 4 winners. So
It's complicated, Matt. You just have to pay attention, man.
yeah, need to pay attention. Stop drinking so much of those screwballs, man. You'll be okay.
Was it an announcement? If
Man, I had
it was not the announcements, I wasn't paying attention.
No, it's in the announcement. It's in the announcement.
So damn. Then I have no excuse.
Yeah, no excuse. Matt gives a lots going on. Work close on the new house Thursday. Packing stuff, up a move. Looking for mowers. He's living a good life, man. He's making it. He's getting a new house. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Scott is on. Scott, you're on.
By the way, this Filthy Viking takes different backwards.
Wait, is that the new one or the old one?
The old one.
The old ones? Well, see, our cigar should taste slightly different backwards, but when it's backwards, it should taste the first third last and the last third first. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. You're not gonna get like notes that you never taste before because it's the same stuff, right? It's like eating your chocolate sundae backwards. You gotta get the vanilla on the bottom first. Right? So yeah, he's super excited. Good. I mean, getting new houses is a big thing. Getting new houses.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Even when you get a new house, there's so much crap to do.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's not one house that is moving ready. Okay, I don't care what they tell you. When you buy a house, this is moving ready. It is not moving ready. No house is moving ready. Even if it's brand new, not moving ready. Okay. So there's always a lot of work. The only thing that's moving ready is apartment. Right? I think the only thing that's moving ready is apartment.
Thing I hate the worst is doing the goddamn yard.
I think everybody who buy the house, the first thing is you have to paint the house. No matter which house you are, you have to paint the house.
What if it's brick?
Huh? What did you say?
So what if it's brick?
What? Who have a house inside is brick too?
Oh, inside. They're talking about outside.
I'm talking about inside.
All sides.
I mean, a lot of houses that has like vinyls outside, they don't have paint outside. They just paint inside. But usually that's the case. So, okay, let's talk about what cigar we're smoking today. Today I'm just smoking the Southern Draw Citrus, which is a really good cigar, by the way. Typhoon, like I don't understand why all the cigars they made, they decide to put this in a weird steel can. Overall, it's pretty good. So what do we have? Matt, since your microphone is already off, why are you smoking?
My microphone's off?
No, your microphone is already on.
Oh. Well, I'm smoking the rest of my wife's Sweet Jane.
Okay. See, you don't really want to take pauses like that.
Well, I couldn't remember. I had to look at the band.
Yeah, you don't really want to take a pause like that, right? Well, I have to say I'm smoking the rest of my wife. That doesn't want to work. All right.
Well,
so what do we got? We got Matt. Another Matt. Matt Maddo. What are you smoking?
Drone 7000. I think it was gifted by Joe Baraccio.
Are you celebrating anything today?
Celebrating Michael Wells' birthday.
Yeah, here we go.
And my son's birthday was yesterday. And
Happy birthday to him too.
Tomorrow, so
Awesome. Nice.
Happy birthday to everybody. Holy cow. We're actually
Big
talking
birthday
about
weekend.
like how many people had the same birthday in the Legion the other day.
Yep.
We should really do something to find out. Okay, what about Sherry?
I'm smoking the Espinosa Habano.
Habanero.
Yep, and pairing it with the AHA sparkling water.
AHA sparkling water?
Yep. It's black cherry.
Oh.
Very good.
I was actually
I
just
like
eating a bowl of cherry upstairs earlier. Cherry season. What about Albert?
I'm doing this Grand Habano. I'm on a roll with them, so I'm doing this SLS.
SLS. You know, whenever I hear SLS, I think about the Mercedes Benz car.
Right.
So
It's pretty tasty.
we'll skip Martina Maya because we know what he's smoking.
I'm pairing it with
But-
coffee, by
but
the way.
I didn't tell you guys where I got it.
Huh?
I didn't tell you guys where I got it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go for it.
The OG Filthy Viking. This one was given to me by Michael Wells when he came over to Texas on my wedding, or for my wedding.
Oh.
oh, very nice wedding gift.
Mm-hmm. So of course I had to smoke this one tonight.
There we go. All right, Michael Wells. I know. Casa Cuevas now.
No, actually, it's an EP Carrillo La Historia.
Okay, here we go. What about people in the chat room? Why you guys smoking? Post it up. I want to see that. Post it up. Now,
I do have a 500 club that I'm going to be smoking here.
oh, nice.
The 500 Club's is 660, right?
Huge.
Yep.
It's huge.
Huge.
Dead.
Huge. Oh, Fernando is on too. Fernando.
Oh
What's up,
shit.
Yeah, where has Fernando been? He's like disappearing.
In Mexico. I
In
was
Mexico,
talking to him today.
Mexico. 3 acres of rough yacht will be to death here, but brought new ones flowing deck and shock system, so maybe it'll get better. Okay. Yeah, I still did not mow my lawn. It's just let it grow, you know. It's like hair, you know. Even if it grows longer, you still only had to cut it once. So.
I had
Let
to
it
cut
grow.
mine yesterday, and I was sweating my ass off.
Yeah, my hair is going crazy right now.
Jason is smoking Estelar, Hera, Esteli, Miami,
Nice.
and Brian is smoking a Casa Cueva Maduro.
Casa Cueva.
Casa Cueva.
But you got some somebody up top there. Scott's doing a Baccarat. Matt doing an Underground.
Cool. I didn't catch that. Thanks. And Steve Terry, I guess, had a Mecanudo. Joe is doing a Liga Bovada number 9. And yeah, 3 acre is a lot to mow. I wouldn't want to mow 3 acre. Even if you had to sit on those mowing machines, it's kind of annoying to drive through
Yeah,
3 acre of land.
3
Yeah,
acres is a lot.
That's a lot of land.
It's a lot of cigars.
And Edward O'Neill is smoking an Acid 20. I
Just
heard,
can't do the
you know,
acid.
I heard a lot of negative review for Acid.
Yeah, I
See,
don't
I
like
heard a lot of good stuff about the Acid 20.
Like either or, I guess. You love it or you hate it, kind of thing.
People, I've heard people say that if they don't like infused cigars, to try the Acid 20, and it's actually an okay cigar.
Okay.
Anybody
That's why
wants
I
some? I
tried
got
it.
a whole box of them.
Because I've not tried it yet. I have not tried it. I'm like I posted on Facebook. I'm not a big fan of Blue Estate cigar because like large profile of their cigars are infused, and I'm just not. a fan.
I tried the 20.
Travis, of
and I
course,
don't
is
like
I might jump on after I eat. Okay, yeah, you're always welcome. So you know,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know how to
try
get
the
here.
cigar.
So let's talk about the dumb stuff. So
Dumb stuff.
yeah, the dumb stuff. You know, because you know what's on the news. I guarantee
Oh, yeah.
if everybody open the news, you gotta see this exact same thing. All right, people protesting over, you know, I forgot his name, Floyd, something like that. And in a way, I think, why can't we just have a peaceful protest? Every time I see protests, you gotta see fire on the like trash can and all that stuff. It's like, come on. Like, you guys, you gotta realize this, okay? When you do that kind of stuff, it's coming out of your tax money. You end up paying for repaying those. You gotta,
People don't think
you know,
about that shit.
all the damage to the public property, your tax goes to. It's kind of dumb.
How's it going, everybody?
What's going
Hey,
on,
Evan.
Evan?
What's up, brother?
So yeah, a lot of that shit's going on in Dallas too. They set fire to the Dallas Police Department in downtown Dallas.
Wow! Holy crap!
So and right now it's not even about the protests anymore here in Dallas. It's just they're using it as an excuse to loot because now supposedly they were attacking the Galleria Mall, which is the biggest mall in Dallas, and people who worked in the Galleria were being sent home to avoid any possible casualties.
And I think that a lot of places will be they felt weird. You know, for example, if you where this happened? Which city did this happen? Anybody know?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So you have protests in Texas, you have protests in New York, and all the people over there is like, why you protest here? is not done by the police department here. Like, if protest here is not gonna, you know, the New York Department of Police cannot say let's arrest those 3 people. They can't do that. So what is those protests gonna do? Like, it's not really doing anything.
The protesters burned all the cop cars last night in Brooklyn and the Bronx.
They're on bikes
burned
today.
like 3 or 4 cop cars.
Same here in Dallas.
You know, they're just, you know, and then they're saying that looters are pretty much from other towns, like just cross over towns and say, hey, there's a protest, so let's go loot that place.
I think a lot of those people are paid.
Yeah, I agree with you, Michael. There.
Paid looters.
Yes.
Paid agitators.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Like, you know, if anybody watching this, like, protest the right way, right? Send a letter to your local,
especially right now, where everybody
you know,
doesn't have
senators, House representative. Send a letter to the police department. You do this kind of stuff, just make them give more excuse to arrest more of them, and that's not gonna do any good because. And I just kind of felt weird, and this is my personal opinion because I watched only a small amount of that news. Basically, I know that one cop put the knee on the Floyd, right? And then the rest of the cop will actually say, hey, you need to let go, kind of thing, like to Joe and stuff like that. So why are you demanding all the other 3 to get arrested for? They didn't do anything.
Well, because they didn't.
they didn't do
de-escalate.
anything.
They didn't do anything. They didn't de-escalate the situation.
Well, they try, right? On the video, they actually say let off, like get off his neck, kind of thing.
No, they didn't. They just.
No,
let
they
it-
didn't.
let it
I
do it.
didn't see any of that.
Because I think I read it somewhere that the other one was trying to tell him to get off and stuff. Like that's why they were not. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to stop it, but they did voice to tell him to stop, and that didn't do much, obviously. And do I think that that particular police should be punished? Absolutely, because you know, and I can understand why they won't do anything about this because like if you have you know when it comes to court, it's always whether or not the court take action in history, right? If they done it one time in the future, anybody can say that. Anybody will get arrested or say, I can't breathe, I can't do this, I can't do that. And then if they didn't do anything, they didn't let him go or whatever, that goes to. So I can kind of understand both sides of it. But at the same time, because he died, I think someone had to take responsibility for it. But looting and destroying and burning things and like you know go to buildings and break their windows and stuff like that isn't gonna do anything. In fact, I can tell you that it create all this trouble. It does not trouble anybody but the insurance company, because all those will be paid by insurance company and everything else will be paid by taxpayer.
It's like the Rodney King beating.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All over again.
Yep.
Oh, they killed a federal cop in Oakland. Holy crap! Really?
Yeah. They killed one and shot another one, right?
Wow. And how does that do anything? How does that solve the problem? You're killing the cop, and that's just gonna make it will never end with violence. Violence is a solution to it's a way to get a solution, but it's not a solution you want, because the way to end that solution is with more violence. Doesn't do anything. Smoke a cigar, figure it out, protest the right way. This is dumb. Like, I actually think it's dumb. It's filling up the news, and it's just gonna make the economy even harder, I think. It's gonna make the economy worse. So, not a good idea. Horrible idea. Okay, now the stupid stuff is out of the way. Let's talk about something that's not as stupid. Not as stupid. For those people who haven't done the Shadow Smokers Legion Pride post, there's only about 12 people posted, which I'm okay with. If you already have a copy, don't feel like you need the whiskey glasses or try to do something with it, that's fine. It ends next week, so by next weekend we will randomly choose a winner. So the information or what makes you feel proud, what's your favorite moment, doesn't change anything, because it will be randomly. So the context doesn't change. It's just random. Okay. Quick says, yes, I believe one dead and 2 other federal cops.
Yeah, I think they killed one and they shot 1 or 2 more.
Alright. So since everybody's here for the raffle, let's do some raffle. So everybody's ticket is in here. Okay. And I can tell you that the wooden frontline worker, whatever that agency decided to call me and ask for donation, well, thank you for all those people who donated, who got the raffle. All that proceeds went to that.
Nice.
Hey,
Alright,
Tony,
so
what name do you see next to my picture there, man?
it says Albert Irvin.
All right, I won. Woo!
I haven't drawn yet.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
Boom, first winner.
He's qualified right there. I was gonna say the first name I'm gonna call was gonna be disqualified, but you know, you got me. You were faster than me, but hey. So, the prices is not gonna be any particular order. So you know, whatever price that I put the sticker on is what you gotta get. And I don't even know which one is in what box. I just know they are in boxes. Alright. Now I zoom into my beautiful face. So that you guys can see the boxes. Just so you guys can see them. I box them up so you guys can see what it is. But you know, whatever you receive is gonna be whatever that's in there, I post it in the group so you can tell. And I mean obviously my monthly cigar box is the one with that red dot. So you guys can enjoy that one. Okay? So let's draw. Let's go. Alright, who is this? First winner is Brian Alaka. He's not here, but we'll give him. I just gotta put this here so I remember who wins and what. Okay. We'll draw 2, and then we'll take, you know, and we'll wait a little bit and draw. We'll draw another one. And we don't do repeats. If it's him again, we just draw again. The second winner is Benjamin Accord. I think that's Travis, right? That's Travis Accord, right? He used Benjamin on his account, so Benjamin Accord.
Right on. Congrats.
Yeah, Benjamin. So that's Travis. I'm pretty sure that's Travis. I might be wrong. I think that's Travis. We don't have another Benjamin in the... Alright, there we go. So like we got 2 out of... I might draw more, you know, because like, you know... And we'll just give him swag. Alright, so 2 is out of the way, and then we'll draw the 2 more later. There we go. Every time I zoom into my face and I zoom out again, you guys rearranges, which is funny. So,
hey Tony, what's that thing set up behind you?
That is my 3D print.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I need to rewire this because the way the enclosure works, that the wire has to, the power supply has to be inside. You never want to put this power supply inside enclosure because it gets hot. So I had to rewire this so that the wire, I had to make an extended wire with this particular head so that it will come out. I haven't had a chance to. That's why it's not active right now. There's got to be a time where we are on the show and that's possible. So. But you know, that will be like a good way of prototyping things for the Legion.
Martine thought it was a display case of all your awards of, I don't know, something.
What? What?
he thought it was a display case of all your awards of anime shit or something, I don't know.
No, actually, all my award for the anime stuff, for building awards, is in Japan. All my martial arts trophies in Taiwan. I didn't. And all my diplomas are here. I have a whole wall of it.
You put the diplomas on the wall behind you.
I would, except that, you know, the diploma, they're made of paper, right? So when you smoke, it's gotta make the diploma look older and older and older, and then
They're not in frames.
They are in frame, but still,
There you go.
they, smoke goes through. Come on, just because somebody's in the window, it doesn't mean they get some. Come on.
And
Right,
then
so
you
don't
can
just
say,
make you look like you're 700 years old.
I already look like I'm 700 years old 10 times over. Asian.
and you'd
Asian.
be like, this medical advice is not for you, but I am a doctor. He just point behind you.
You a doctor?
I'm a
Fucking
doctor.
right.
Well, I'm a PhD and I have medical background.
Fucking
I
right.
just cannot practice in USA because I didn't go through the USA. I can practice in Taiwan though. Yes. So it's weird. In America, if you practice in hospital, you must be going to a place that actually give you license to practice a specific state. For example, you can be licensed to practice in California, but not anywhere else.
Yep.
Like Dr. Phil, I think he's only licensed to consult in one state and nothing else.
Well, I'm okay with that.
So
I
and
always try to forget about the fact that doctors are practicing. I really don't want someone practicing. Just saying.
I don't know, that's the word they use, practicing. So as if they don't know how to do it already, they had to practice.
It's like lawyers practicing law.
Yeah.
They're never masters of it. They just practice it all the
Practice because they because they require to learn something new every year, so they're always practicing. And yeah, in America, like if you practice in America at all, anything you say could get you in trouble. So it's good to not practice in America, right? Like for example, if I am practicing in the United States, and because one of my strings says drinking soy sauce is good for you, and tomorrow you go to drink 10 gallons of soy sauce and died, your family will be suing me. and it will be legit because I am practicing position. Then they all be in trouble. But because I'm not practicing, I can say whatever I want. You can go drink 10 gallons of soy sauce. You gotta look 10 years younger. There, I said it. So yeah, it does make a difference. Aaron. Aaron, as
You
Sherry
gotta
would
put
have
that
said it.
disclaimer in. I'm not a doctor in the U.S.
I always say that. In the U.S., it'll be personal opinion. Take it with a grain of salt and a cup of soy sauce. Okay? But in Taiwan, I can say whatever I want. Which is great. To have a knowledge of medical background is actually good for you. Doesn't matter whether or not you're practicing. To have some background really does help. And well, number one thing is for you to get less scared of all the news that's out. Like when they say something, you just laugh and say, ha ha ha, no, full of crap, And the bad thing is that your parent, your family member always calls you when they sneeze. Hey Tony, I'm sneezing. Do I have cancer?
Yeah.
That depends. What have you been doing?
Right now, you just tell them all they've got COVID-19.
Sneezing.
Yeah, you got COVID-19. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm gonna, if right now any family member calls me up and they say, I'm having some issue, I say you have a cold, and if they call me enough, I tell them they have Ebola. Number one symptom is having explosive diarrhea. Is that something you have right now? You might have Ebola. Oh, Gary is flashing.
I got booted. Oh, what is that?
Yeah. Whoa.
What did I miss? Oh man.
What the hell?
Sherry have too much drink for the day. She's hyper.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Sherry's lit over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sherry, what have you been smoking?
And then when I got booted, and when I came back, that's what it was doing.
Sherry is wow, that is pretty cool actually.
That's that black cherry.
It must be the black
Right?
cherry. It must be the black cherry.
I was gonna say we haven't heard
Oh
from
my
Sherry.
god. Let me go out and come back in. Hold on.
That's what you call an aha moment there.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's the name of her drink, aha.
Aha. Aha. All right, Sherry's back in. All right, no more hyper Sherry. There we go. Jerry's muted though. But yeah,
It was kind of cool though.
that is kind of cool. Can you see yourself when you do that? It's almost like some sort of like, you know, moving meme or something. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, what we're talking about? Yeah, we're talking about practicing. We're talking about it. Right now, here's the thing: when you know computer, everybody has a computer problem. All right. When you have medical background, everybody has medical issue for you. And when you have business background, everybody calls you to tell you that they gotta start a business.
Same thing with car problems, man.
Car problem is the most you know, everyone somehow has a car problem, even if they just bought a new car. Yeah, I just bought a new car and the exhaust is making sound. Yeah, your exhaust is supposed to make sound.
So, Tony, I thought you were going to say that you're not practicing medicine in the United States is because you don't have any patients.
I don't have that either. Yeah, I don't have that either. I don't have that either. If I just sit in the office and listen to somebody tell me their problem, yeah, I don't think so. You can't pay me enough to do that. No.
Not what you do anyway, though.
No.
I do appreciate the courtesy laugh, by the way.
No.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. What I do is I get paperwork that basically tell me their problem. And I go there and just tell them their solution. I don't wait for them to tell me, like, you know, because you don't ever trust. When you're in business, don't ever trust your client's word. All right? They gotta be like Kylie Jenner's and say, I worth $1 billion. When you read their books, they worth like $2,000. All right? Don't ever trust your client's word.
No, see what Tony's not telling you. See, is you know how he does his cigar shop reviews when you order something. It's literally what he does to every business. He's like, you know what? You fucked up. You're wrong.
That's right. That's right. You could have done better. You could have given me more discount. You could have just shipped to me overnight, but you didn't. Minus 10 out of 10. You know, everybody can do better. Every business always has a room to improve, right? There's not gonna be one business where you can say, I have done everything I could do. This is the best business in the world. Not one company can say that. Right? So, always give them room. Always give them feedback, right? I'm the kind of guy that actually buy stuff on Amazon, go up there and post a 1-star review, say this is crap. Literally one sentence.
That's not a very helpful review, though.
That is a very helpful review. It means that they need to take their product, put it in the trash, and go make something else.
But you gotta explain why it's crap.
Wait. Do you actually do that? Do you actually do that? Here, you go out there, and then let's just do a really dumb example, right? You go out there, and then you saw a baby that's ugly, and you say, dude, this baby is ugly. And they're gonna ask you why it's ugly. You have to explain why it's ugly. Dude, ugly is ugly.
Right? All babies are ugly.
When you go out there and see a pile of crap, you're like, that is crap. You don't explain why that is a crap. That is a crap. Right? You don't go like, this is crap because it's defecated from this dog, you know, that he ate yesterday. He went through a process, you know, his intestine has processed all that stuff and excreted outside his ass. That's crap. No, you just say, that's crap. And then that's a lot of things, and that goes a lot with, you know, cigars too. You know, you don't have to go out tiki torch and say why this cigar is not something I like. You just say, I don't like the cigar. Right? And I actually think that when you say, I don't like this cigar, it's gotta be less offensive to other people who like the cigar than explaining why you don't like the cigar.
But that's different. Cigars are a personal preference product. When you're buying something that has this bad quality that is utilized to do something, that's different.
No, that's exactly the same thing. I say, for example, let's talk about TV. Right? It's still personal preference. You like this brand of TV, he like that brand of TV, you like the color of this TV, you like the sound of that TV. It's all personal preference.
No, but there's a science to TVs and color and sound and all that stuff.
And
That's
you're
already
saying there's no
established.
science in cigars?
There's too many variables in cigars.
There's too many variables in TV too.
Yeah, but TV, there is a color grade spectrum that it has to be within for it to be good color. There's sound spectrum where it has to be within to be good sound. A cigar, like Jeff likes Gurkhas and you don't. That's a totally separate thing.
But yeah, here's the thing. So when it comes to sound, there is some like Bose is very warm sound, and some people love Bose, and there are let's say another brand. Ben and Opson are actually full spectrum, and people love the full spectrum. That's still personal preference. Doesn't say one is overly better than the other. It's personal preference. Some people like one sound. Some people like full spectrum.
My car has a Bose sound system, and I don't think I like it.
See?
It has. If I was watching a movie, I would probably go with Bose. But if I'm listening to music, I don't want to be using Bose.
Because Bose don't have high range, and you don't like it without a high range. So, but some people
I
like
listen to a lot of electronic music, so there's
yeah,
a lot
and then some people love Bose for its really warm sound. Because Bose is amplified by air, so you get this really warm vibration sound. So it's still personal preference, right? And same with color. Some people love the brilliant color of Samsung TV, and some people love the warm, dark spectrum color of Sony TV. It doesn't make one overly good.
Some people like Samsung, and some like iPhones.
Yeah. So it's personal preference. In the end, it's our personal preference.
iPhones suck.
I like multiple buttons. I don't want just one button. I'm paying $1,000. I should get 3 buttons. But no, iPhone give you 1 button. Personal preference, right? In the end, it's all personal preference. And that will probably apply to everything you buy, right? Some people like round toilet. Some people like elongated toilet. Right?
Elongated all the way.
Yeah, I like elongated, but some people still buy round toilet.
Hey, I like a toilet that I don't fall in. I'm good with that.
Either way, it shouldn't fall in. How tiny are you? Not everybody is Michael Well size, okay?
I'm about Michael Well size, so.
Yeah. Martine gets it.
But that's the thing. You can buy, like I said, you can buy round toilet, you can buy elongated toilet. They're the same price. So it's personal preference. Even though I don't get why people like round toilets, but some people love round toilets.
There's so much of your discussions, Tony, that turn into like bidets and toilets.
Why those? No, that's the thing. You gotta understand. Those are things that everybody can relate to. Everybody has a toilet at home.
I hope so.
I don't pay attention.
Elongated toilets are made for men. Round toilets are made for women.
So then again, elongated is made for men and round toilet is made for women.
Yeah.
But there is not one thing that says this house is made for woman or this house is made for man.
No.
So why will you differentiate that?
It's not written on there.
Why will you differentiate that? It's as if woman cannot use an elongated toilet. Are you saying that woman cannot use elongated toilet?
No, they absolutely can.
So why will you say elongated is made for woman? I mean elongated is made for men. Because women can also use it.
Because there's more room.
More room for what?
Well, we'll
We
keep
don't need
this
to get into
PG.
this conversation right now,
Yeah.
but
New SSL here.
No, see, I don't get it because majority of the time you either sitting or standing. You don't really need that much room. All right, moving on. Ah!
yeah, please, just
Round
move
is
on.
good for close quarters bathroom. Elongated is great for bigger bathroom.
Fair point.
See, okay, let's not bring male and female into this. I don't think they specifically designed a toilet for a different sex. So
No, I don't want to get flagged by the SSL administration right now.
I agree with Matt.
Matt agree with Matt. Matt agree with Matt. What are the coincidences there?
I agree with the Mats.
The Matts. I I'm surprised Martin's not drinking anything right now. Usually at this time he's drinking something.
Yeah, I just got done with my Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
I need a refill.
I'm still drinking this thing. I have a 12 pack. I'm trying to finish, and this thing is like, I don't think I'll ever buy Dr. Pepper and cream soda again.
Does it do anything for the cigar, or have you noticed?
I actually think that ruins a cigar. So.
Okay, so I probably won't like it either.
Yeah.
It's too overpowering.
No, it tastes weird. It tastes like a grape cream ice cream.
Do you think it'd be better with a Connecticut cigar?
No, I don't think it fits any taste. I actually think that it washes off. It's almost like a palate cleanser, but at the same time it lingers. So it doesn't taste like Dr. Pepper or cream soda. I don't know. I don't recommend it. Some people might like it, but I don't like. I rather just drink regular Dr. Pepper or cream soda. Juan's here. Hey Juan.
Pardon?
Yeah. Do we have another Juan?
I don't know. I'm just making sure.
Did you guys meet up for the box yet? No, right?
No, we're doing that on Tuesday.
That's a random day to meet.
Yeah, it's because my wife works the weekends, so Tuesday is the only day that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are my only days available.
Oh, okay. Has more of a metallic taste. For Dr. Pepper, cream soda? I don't know. I just feel like it tastes weird. It doesn't taste like how Dr. Pepper should taste like, or cream soda tastes like. Like if I add cream soda into Dr. Pepper, it wouldn't have taste like that. So, I don't know. It's just not my thing. Travis is on. There we go. Who's the birthday boy of Travis here too?
Travis, what's up?
What's up, Travis?
Travis had a birthday too.
Yeah, everybody's having birthday.
Geminis are everywhere, man.
Gemini's everywhere?
I gotta go. My presence is required, but I'll probably be back.
Okay. Talk to you later, Ivan.
See you later, Evan.
So Travis, how's your birthday so far? I see you got a lot of stuff. He's muted. He doesn't realize that he's muted. Tap that button. Tap that button. Put on your glasses. Tap the screen first. And then the button will show up.
There we go. There we go. Got it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, birthday's been pretty good so far. I got more cigars and more coming. I think I ordered 40 tonight. Yeah, 40.
Because you're a big Drew Estate fan, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Didn't you get a bunch of Davidoffs?
Yeah, Brittany brought me 5 Davidoffs, a J.C. Newman American, and 2 Sober Mesa Brules.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Did you jump on that live for the Drew Estate thing tonight?
Yeah, I got a box of Year of the Rat, a 20-count Herrera Esteli Lounge exclusive box pressed, 4 KFCs, 1 Norteño, and 5 Sweet Janes.
Oh boy.
That's a fabulous birthday.
And all the swag.
You can only do that on your birthday, where you can buy like that.
That's right.
No,
Perfect
he
timing
does
for
that
release.
regularly.
Oh, he does that regularly? Oh, she rats you out.
He works hard for it.
But that's a good selection that you choose. I just didn't feel it when I looked through their selection. So, I mean, they do have good stuff. So, but then it's not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta dip. Stay smoky. Chapin actually is leaving early.
What?
Ooh,
What the hell?
Yeah, Chapin is leaving early. I didn't even know he was in here, and then he's gonna bounce now.
Everybody unfriend him.
Chapin, we haven't even get to make fun of you today yet.
Right?
All right,
He's
maybe
leaving
next
on a
time.
high note.
Maybe
Well,
next
that's why
time.
he's leaving. That's why he's getting off. We're not talking about it.
That's okay.
Did you
That's
get
okay.
your-
Once in a while.
Your video from him with his Marilyn Monroe dress?
I
Do what
realized
now?
that Chapa has been posting less too recently, so you know.
Where's I want him dressed up in a Marilyn Monroe dress, singing me happy birthday. What the hell?
Stand on top of a gutter thinking with a wind pump.
He didn't send that to you yet, Michael?
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, man.
Standing right next to a pole.
Slacking, Chapin, slacking.
Chapin probably has been busy recently. I don't know what he's been busy with, but hey, we all have our days.
He's,
Is it-
I know he just hired on his little brother at his shop, so he's probably doing a lot of training and probably exhausted.
Chapin says, put me on blast for 1 minute. He will stick around. I don't know. Chapin's definitely been slacking off. Not cool. Chapin. Slacker. I see how it is. You decide to post more on the other groups and not our group. I'm very hurt. I'm offended. I'm gonna act like an 18-year-old right now and tell you I'm offended.
Need a crying corner? Safe space?
Yeah, safe space.
Thunder, buddy.
I need my blanket. My blankie. So who is challenged to do the 2 cigar challenge? I haven't done it yet. Who's slacking on that?
But that didn't take long, did it?
I think so, there's some people that are challenged and then slacking, not doing that at all.
I see Travis's posts every day on all the different pages too. He's always got 2 cigars, and it's like,
oh
yeah, you can smoke them together.
That I haven't done it yet.
That's for photography purposes most of the time.
Get Brittany in the camera. We can't see her.
There you go.
There we go.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, Travis, you know, you got all those Florida blends for Davidoff. I think you can smoke those 2 together and tell me what the difference are.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Got to step it up, man.
Step it
I will
up.
say the one he smoked last night, was the Florida
The Florida
selection.
yeah.
Ooh, that one was nice.
The Florida selection, not the one that's a combination of the Yamasa and the Nicaraguan, right?
It's the black label with the kind of gold band. It's like $35.
Oh, that is the
like,
one. That is actually the
it
one.
tasted like a Yamasa. It was extremely good.
The smell off of it was absolutely fabulous.
The blend is actually exactly Yamasa plus the Nicaraguan. So
And it's good. You could taste that Yamasa in there. That's the first thing I said.
I messaged Jeff about it, and I asked him if he could put it into a candle for me so that I could just, have my whole house smelling like it was fantastic.
good cigar. I bought a box of it when it first came out. It's definitely a good cigar. But here's the thing, though. It's one of those like when you can't choose either or. What did you say, Martin?
I said they need to come out with a tobacco essential oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
You probably could just put water and the tobaccos grind it up and then burn off all the water left over the oil. You probably need a lot of cigars to do that, but you could.
Right.
Cigar bath salt.
Yeah, you need some serious probably 1,000 stick to make 5 ounces of that oil. But yeah, it's one of those sticks that's it's good, but at the same time because I think the Yamasa overpowered that Nicaraguan a lot, so it's probably better to just smoke the
Yamasa was
Yamasa.
definitely predominant there for sure.
It's almost like if you just smoke the Yamasa and the Nicaraguan separately, would have been better. But they made it together for those people who can choose. One of those days, I want to have both, but I don't want to smoke 2 cigars. That's the
and
one.
it's the price of both of them combined too.
Yep. That's why I say it's probably better if you just smoke either or. I was kind of disappointed it come with the wood, like not specially decorated box. Just it looks like it looks like a regular Davidoff box, but painted black. So definitely good cigar, good size too. I think there's only one size.
Not get off subject here, and let's see, Travis, you gonna step up to the plate and do the 2 cigar challenge? Or what?
I know, Travis. What you can do right now is go grab another cigar. Right now.
What I need to do, I'll just get 2 woodies and smoke them at the same time.
Oh, he said it. He said it. I didn't. He said it, and I didn't. Now it's on video. We'll hold you up to it.
There you go.
We could plan my funeral for shortly after that. Huh?
You just need a couple buckets, empty buckets on the side.
And maybe an IV.
Yeah, for the dripping sugar water, dripping Dr. Pepper into this bloodstream.
Dr. Pepper.
Hey, just don't drink sweet tea.
I don't.
He
Believe I don't.
doesn't.
I
He
don't.
does not drink sweet tea. He kills us. I mean, we're in Louisiana, and he does not drink sweet tea.
Sweet tea is
hates it.
disgusting.
Really? Dude, I love sweet tea.
Really?
I love
Sweet tea made me sick too.
Dude, I went to Georgia just to drink sweet tea over there.
Oh,
See, I and the kids love sweet tea. We drink sweet tea. He does not drink sweet tea.
Yeah, I went to
Nope.
Georgia to drink sweet tea because I heard that they have, you know, really good sweet tea. So I went over there to drink sweet tea. Okay.
And how
Every time I go to Texas, they think I'm crazy because I drink regular tea.
yeah, I do too.
What is a regular tea? Like what?
Unsweetened.
Unsweetened.
Iced tea, man.
Unsweetened does not define regular tea. You know how many different tea leaves out there?
That's what it should be. Is regular. That sweet
Yeah,
tea is
basically
disgusting.
just unsweetened black tea.
This is
Yeah.
black
Black
pico, man.
currant tea.
Sacrilegious to not
Pico,
drink
it's
sweet
like
tea in the
black
South.
Pico, orange pico.
Did you see that? Jason says sacrilegious to not drink sweet tea in the South. You know, you have
And I
all that.
believe-
You have all that beautiful beer, but you
can
don't drink
get
sweet
that.
tea. That's like cutting your beer half size. Telling you.
And it's not half size, right?
No,
No,
no.
you know, by not drinking it, you'll be half sized.
Well, that's okay. The beard is actually going to make me profitable come October. We're going to keep growing it, and I have my very own life-size Santa Claus.
Oh,
But you gotta dye that white.
It's already halfway there, so there's not much left.
Let's hear you say ho ho ho.
Oh, oh.
If it gets any longer living in Louisiana, I might start duck hunting.
All right.
Duck Dynasty.
Mhm.
Black peckle and orange peckle. That.
That's the tea, man. That's the tea. That's the type of tea it is.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I was like, what? We're talking about here. Anyways, so yeah, I know my wife is from Georgia. Sweet tea is amazing down there. Like I say, I went to Georgia just to drink sweet tea. The sweet tea over there is pretty much everywhere. You can buy sweet tea from Starbucks. They have sweet tea everywhere.
Yeah. Here too. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, you try to ask for sweet tea in Starbucks in Massachusetts, they will look at you like you're crazy.
It's probably the same way they look at Travis when we go places, and he says unsweet tea.
Yeah.
He look at me like that anyway, so I mean I'm used to it.
The only place I can get sweet tea here is McDonald's.
Ugh.
Yeah, so you can imagine the quality.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Yes.
Tea
That's
leaves
why.
us through about 5 days in a row.
You know, fly 3 hours to drink sweet tea for 3 days. Not too bad.
No thanks.
Yeah, which is funny because we were looking at the news earlier, right? And they were destroying CNN. Oh no, not today, but the other day they were destroying the CNN studio, and that's where we also bought sweet tea the other day over there too. My wife was like, "You remember we go over there?" I said, "Yeah, I remember. We went there to buy sweet tea."
See, they don't like it either.
Because when you're a tourist, I think you can go to over there and buy those tourist pack, and it has all those museums that you can go to. I literally went to every single museum, including the Coca-Cola museum, to buy sweet tea.
Man.
Did y'all go to the underground market?
No, we went to the Aquarium, Coca-Cola museum, and the CNN museum.
The underground market's pretty cool.
Oh, I went to the Korean town over there too to eat Korean food.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? What do you mean, of course? But they
That's
do
like,
have.
that's like a Mexican visiting somewhere and making sure they go to every Mexican restaurant that's in the area.
But I'm not Korean. But I have to say, over there is the authentic Korean barbecue. You know, when you go to Korean barbecue, they give you this flat surface to cook on, right? That's actually not authentic. Koreans actually, like the authentic one, is actually, it looks like somebody put the cover of a pot upside down, so that, you know, it's the bottom, this dome, and then cook on top of that dome. That's
Oh, we
authentic.
have a conversation with our kids all the time about how the foods we eat in America are not authentic in any way, shape, or form of the countries of origin.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh.
Make it better.
Because in America, if you eat Asian food, it's pretty much the standard rule, okay? If you put 20% sugar in any food that's in Chinese restaurant, that became American Chinese food. You need 20% sugar though. Everything looks so shiny and nice. You know, General Gao's chicken is actually liquidy, not like, you know, not sticky saucy like over here.
Yeah.
And then and then nobody even know who Geno Gao is. No one know who Geno Gao is over here.
King Gao? What?
Wrong person. No, wrong place. Wrong place. And you know what's really funny is people thought Qingdao beer was actually like American beer for a while.
Scoot your chair over here.
So yeah, just kind of refresh everybody's mind on that notification. We will have our semi-annual raffle end of June, and then we'll open the ticket to be purchased on, I believe, Monday. Alright, so on Monday we'll open it up for everybody to purchase. And again, will be the same thing, no limit and all that stuff, yada yada yada, and whatever the proceeds goes to pay for whatever that still red. We'll be red forever. Our logo only have that little line of red to remind everybody that we're always in the red. In fact, I just got charged like $300 for our website. Crazy. Because they charge you. They charge for the domain and all that stuff once a year, and all the other stuff, and the program that we use for our website to run as like Facebook kind of social media expires like a month or something. Crazy. How fast?
Yeah, the domain's the cheapest part.
The domain is the cheapest part, and the hosting is the most expensive.
We're talking about the homepage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Homepage heroes, baby.
That's right, baby.
I see Martina Maya change a lot of picture on the homepage. Yeah, I went in there. It's like, yeah, he's using it as like, profile. He changed his profile and then he changed avatar. He's like, it's so hot.
So he was in there, but he didn't like anybody else's pictures.
He didn't.
Right?
He didn't. All he did was updated his pictures.
I think I liked Michael's picture and maybe somebody else's.
You son of a bitch! It's gonna be Matt or myself or Sherry on there. I mean, so it's gonna be one of us.
Right.
But yeah, I think eventually we'll have good use. And I know every time when Facebook went down, I went over there and post that Facebook down home is available. Nobody goes there and posts anything. And I think a lot of new members don't even know we have a new page. We have our own homepage. So that's the thing.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I think if we did, I think if they did, we would have more people in the lives.
Lives?
On our Saturday night live.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because I think if people actually knew, hey, we've got a separate page where we post things and post links to our lives, we'd have more people.
Well, our lives has information too. I mean, on the Facebook as well. So it's not like.
Yeah, I got the link. I just screenshotted it and QR read it and something else and found my page.
So yeah. I tried to join Michael Wells' meet today, and then I waited like a whole hour, and he didn't join.
Oh, well, we were on there earlier. We probably had already got off.
I joined at 4.
Oh yeah, we've already got off by then.
Yeah. But the room was still available. That's the funny part. You forgot to close your room.
Pretty sure I closed it.
No, I was able to go in. So I was gonna tell you guys something totally for. Oh, by the way, yeah, that camera. So instead of doing Wednesdays, I figure I get a new camera and I'll film some stuff. So I decided to get a camera.
Yeah, 30-second reviews.
Huh?
30-second reviews.
With the new camera, I'll probably give it 20 seconds.
29-second reviews.
29-second review. Now with the new opening, it'll be literally like 1 second review.
So it's gonna be a bathtub vlog camera.
What? No, this all the bathtub calendar has been sold out, so
We're pre-ordering for next year.
Pre-order for next year. Yeah, pre-order for next year. But yeah, I figure I can use that camera to take some different pictures of the lounges I go to when I travel too. Here and there. I just like every time I go out somewhere, I always use my phone, right? But here's the thing: I use my phone for GPS and message and all that stuff. I literally had to bring 2 battery with me for my phone, and like, you know, and when I take photos, that kills it even faster. So it's like, why not just bring another camera? And I used to have those big DSLR cameras, and then they literally made me look like a tourist no matter where I go.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't think you need the camera for that.
Yeah, any Asian with a camera looks like a tourist.
You know, I have to
think
go.
you
I will
need
go
that
to a
camera.
restaurant, and because I have that camera with me, instead of having normal people come and serve us, they start looking around to see who speaks English or Chinese in the restaurant when I walk in, because I have that big ass camera on. They're like, that must be foreign guys. Go find someone that can speak Chinese or English before you talk to them.
Oh, dude, I used to hate that. When I used to work, if a guy came in, he looked like he was from either Brazil or Mexico or some other Latin country. They'd be like, "Hey, Martin, we need you up here." And I go up there and say, "Hey, how's it going?" They start speaking to me in English. I'm like, "Dude, really?"
Yeah, I'll be going to a Japanese restaurant. They will look for somebody that speaks Chinese over, and I will pretend I don't speak Chinese at all. And I'll just straight talk to them in Japanese, and you see this person just turn over and look at them as if they just did something wrong to this person. They're like... And then I just continue to speak Japanese, and they're like, okay, see, shouldn't have done that, okay? Should have done that. There was a funny video on YouTube where they have one American guy in a group with like 4 or 5 people. And the 4 or 5 people in the group all speak Japanese. But then the lady continues to speak Japanese to that one person that speaks Japanese, even though they all speak Japanese. And when they answer her in Japanese, she still point to the person that speaks Japanese to natively and say, I don't know what your friend wants. And just, you know, pretend.
There's a guy on YouTube that there's a black guy on YouTube that will literally, his whole channel is about speaking different languages going into like supermarkets. Like he will go into a Asian market and start speaking Vietnamese to a whole family, and they'll be like, "Whoa, this black guy's speaking Chinese or Vietnamese or whatever," and it's kind of funny because he has complete conversations with them. But it's really entertaining. If I can find it, I'll see if I can post a photo of it.
There's a white guy who does that too.
Yep.
Really?
I've seen the white guy. I've seen the white guy.
Chinese,
See,
Shanghainese, all of it.
the funniest thing is in Taiwan there's quite a bit of black people population, and they all speak perfect Chinese, like better than my wife kind of Chinese. All right, and then when they go to a shop and speak in Chinese, you see everybody just mind blown. Like, this guy speaks Chinese perfectly.
Yep.
When I was younger, I used to play table tennis, and there was this one guy. He was black. He looked like a Rasta, if you will, and you would think he couldn't speak anything but English, and he spoke fluent Chinese, Cantonese, Shanghainese, anything you wanted. He could spit it out.
Yep.
And it was amazing.
We have a vlogger in Taiwan that's black, and he speaks Chinese, and his name is Sona, and he was coming saying, "What's up, guys? It's Sona." Everybody's like, "What the?" And then he's funny because he's like, "I'm the only black guy in Taiwan cannot rap." Because you get the stereotype. You think that all the black people can rap, right? So in Taiwan, everybody's just like, no, if you're black, you must rap. Because nobody understands what it is.
No, that's not a stereotype. There's a whole generation now of kids that can't rap.
Or speak Spanish.
Or speak Spanish?
Everyone that can rap.
I thought, here's the thing though. I thought Spanish family actually really talk Spanish at home. Like they do.
Not the new generations.
At least when your mother's yelling at you, she will always burst out Spanish, no?
Yeah, I mean mine did, but there's a lot of new generation coming out that just do not speak Spanish. They don't want to learn Spanish. It's kind of horrible.
That's why I realized whenever I go to a Spanish friend's place, and if the parents gotta yell at them, it's always like one sentence of English and then it goes directly morph into Spanish. And it'll be a chain of Spanish that you cannot understand. and then she'll be like, okay. You're like, oh, it's back in English.
Yep.
So Chinese, when they're yelling at their kids, if they're in America, they yell at that in English. Like, you know, you'd be like, I don't know, for lack of name, Joseph, you couldn't do this to your people, blah, 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 in English. And then we're like, why didn't you yell at her in Chinese so that, you know, at least some people can understand? But yeah, I think it's
like my younger. Go ahead.
I was like, at least, you know, try. People in foreign, they need to get their family member to know at least their native language. A little, even if you don't speak in public, you kind of have to know.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like my younger sister. She doesn't speak Spanish. Only 7 years younger than me.
I feel weird for those Chinese parents who doesn't teach their kid Chinese, but they send them to Chinese school, and when they came back, they speak the weirdest Chinese ever with the accent. You know, instead of like, 你好吗, it'll be like 你好吗. You know, it's like, dude, you're Chinese. Why are you speaking like that?
It's like my kids, because they're half Filipino. They speak Filipino or Tagalog with like a white accent.
How did that work? It's hard.
It's like they say the word, but they don't have the accent.
What I didn't understand is why is America so negative towards people that doesn't speak English?
I don't know.
I mean, look at people from Louisiana. All of our reality TV shows, we don't even speak good enough English. They have to put subtitles on.
And depending on what part of Louisiana you're from is going to determine what you sound like.
Yeah.
Michael Wells know how that sound like, right, Michael?
Yeah.
He didn't hear us.
I swear there was one time when we were coming back from Florida, we stopped into a diner in Louisiana, and I swear to God, the guy sounded like you came out of the Waterboy movie. What? Yeah. I'm like, whoa, this guy sounds like the guy on Waterboy.
Yeah.
It is very well possible.
Mm-hmm. I've got a great cousin that lives in Louisiana, and when he talks to me, I don't understand what the hell he's saying half the time.
Well, I feel good. At least y'all understand me, or you do real good at pretending you do.
No, we can understand you just fine. But no, he sounds like he's from the Waterboy. He's talking about something. I'm all, what? One more time.
He must be from Southwest Louisiana.
Yeah.
By the way, you cannot use any of the terms that's used in Waterboy, because I think last time Jeff posted something that's used in Waterboy and he got flagged.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He got flagged.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I know anything out of the movie, to be honest, which is weird as that may seem. We don't watch our own movies.
No, we don't.
Really? You guys don't watch movies?
No, we just don't watch Louisiana movies.
Oh, man.
No, Travis is a movie guru, I guess you could say.
But you haven't seen Waterboy?
But he has not seen Waterboy.
I've seen it.
Oh man, you
First
gotta
came
give me
out.
later. I'll send it to you.
You know, a movie can make a big impression, because when I watch Forrest Gump, I actually thought everybody in Alabama talks like him.
Oh, most of them do.
I actually thought everybody in Alabama speak with the accent like that. So.
You do.
Do they?
Alabama fans.
Like, so far, I don't think, like, in the Legion, we have people all over different states, right? I haven't heard much of accents from, like, specific places, unless it's Michael Wells that's acting up that specific accent. I haven't really heard much accents from people.
I gotta try to cover all the territories because nobody wants to do it.
Wisconsin, Louisiana, Oklahoma.
That's right.
You know, they were talking about how, like, people in India, you guys know the India accents, right? Like, they always talking like if their tongues are twisted the whole time.
Oh yeah.
They say that, like, I talked to a few of my Indian friends. They say that the Indian people are well aware that they have that accent and they can do it without it, but they just want to do it. They all can speak normal English, but they purposely added that accent in there.
Weird.
Because I was like, no, okay, you know, since you say that, go ahead and talk to me in regular English. And he talked like a white man. I was like, dude, if I close my eyes, I would think you're white. So like but here's the thing though. When they talk on the phone, no matter where they are, they still sound like they have an accent.
That's a fact.
It's weird. It's weird. Like you can talk without accent, but you want to talk with accent.
Yep, they all do it at the telemarketers. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I still haven't figured out why they just shake their head on everything. You want this food? Yeah.
So they're trying to get you to agree.
Yeah. It's not yes or no. It's not yes or no. I don't know.
Ooh, very good food.
Very good food.
It's kind of like cobra snakes. They do that dance to hypnotize you.
Yep.
And did you guys know that Indian food, right? They're actually very popular food is Chinese food.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of Indian Chinese restaurants out there. And they literally all taste the same.
Well, their flavors are not too far off.
Yeah, it's actually like tastes like Chinese food. Aside from curry, obviously. I mean, everybody know how curry tastes like. But if you don't eat the thing that's curry, they just eat everything else, tastes like Chinese food. And the biggest thing is actually Chinese food.
You take the curry out and then it's just the same.
Yeah, it's literally the same.
I don't think I've ever had curry.
You never had curry?
I don't think I ever had.
Wow,
Yeah,
Martin.
anything.
Wow. Really?
There's different kinds of curry. There's not just one. So
Yeah, curry's kind of a category, if you would.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
anything that had grand masala, pretty much you can consider that as curry because that's what the taste came from. But yeah, it's crazy how they're like their most popular food is actually Chinese food. And the other one that amazed me is if you ever eat Ethiopian food, tastes like Chinese food.
it does.
Ethiopian food is basically Chinese food eating with your bare hand. Okay, that's crazy. And I actually got in trouble to eating Ethiopian food because I was playing with their table. I got in trouble for playing their table. They have those really weird like woven table. So I know before they put the food on there, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool table. So I just like play with the woven. And this guy came over, he must be from somewhere in Africa. He with a really deep black accent, said, please don't play with the table. Yeah. And then literally looked at me as if you play with it again, I'm gonna kick you out.
Well, it's the same thing with Asians and all the chopstick etiquette that I didn't know anything about and I got educated on.
Wait, Chinese has chopstick etiquette?
Well, look like where you place them, you place them on top of like your dish or whatever and all that kind of crap.
Well, that's just more for like, it's sanitized. It's not on the table. You're not making the table dirty.
Yes, it's an etiquette thing. I didn't know anything about all that.
Okay, so let's talk about cigars. So now that we have Ear of the Rat came out, right? And that's pretty much like the only new cigar that came out this year. Is there any other new cigar that's coming out that we know of?
I know True Estate's got a new, I think, an Undercrown 10-year anniversary Maduro. I want to say it's been rumored it's coming out this year.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta take my dogs out.
All right.
All right.
But like, it doesn't seem like there's any like rumor or news on any other company that's tried to release any new cigars right now.
Well, Dunbarton just released the Unstolen Valor. I think that's going to be a limited cigar. I think. I'm not positive.
Unstolen Valor. I heard about that one, but I thought it was gonna be a regular thing.
It's in a coffin. It's one of the Maestro Sakas.
But I thought it's already out. Somebody
Yeah,
was
it
talking
is.
about
It just came out, I think, last week.
I've seen
And
it.
it's-
I've seen news on it for a while.
And the Frog Juice, too. He only released 250 or 2,500 10 packs of that, I want to say, as well.
Anything else, though?
I think Cuevas was originally gonna release the La Mandaria with the Matafina wrapper this year. I don't know if they're going to now.
When's Cueva gonna release that SSL cigar?
Well, I don't know yet. All these things are in the works. What do you want me to do about it?
I don't think it's even in the work yet.
But you have yes, we'd like to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you already have that kind of affirmation. So there you go. That's in the works.
That's good.
Too much work. Too much work. Get it done. Get it done. Oh yes, Camacho Liberty 2020. But here's the thing, though. I think the Camacho Liberty 2020 is always the same thing, Joe. Camacho Liberty is always the same thing.
They're different cigars.
Every year was just.
Every year's a different cigar.
I thought they were all the same thing.
No, they're not even always the same shape.
Well, maybe not the same shit, but I thought they were the same thing.
They're not the same blends. No.
Yeah, I haven't been buying them.
I know they're expensive as all hell.
They were.
Otherwise,
They
you
were.
wouldn't have a throwback. You know, if it was a different, if they were all the same blend, you would never have a throwback. They would all be throwbacks.
But I thought they all throwback.
No.
Aren't they?
Yeah, but they're throwbacks to a certain cigar.
Of that, Camacho Liberty.
Yeah.
It's the
But
throwback
the
of Camacho
different-
Liberty, so they
but
all
it-
taste the same.
No, they don't taste all the same.
I was told by someone that says they all the same stuff, just different packaging.
No, they're not.
I mean, the box is pretty cool. The box is pretty cool. See, I'm supposed to get the box for the previous year one, but because Carlos left from Davidoff, I'm not getting my box. Davidoff, bad Davidoff, bad.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually looking for something that's different, not like regular annual kind of release, you know, because the Camacho Liberty, you know, every year is gonna come out with one because somehow it's their biggest money maker because everybody's gonna buy one, just kind of, you know, hey America kind of thing, you know.
Martine's gonna make a couple hand rolls and send them to you, and you'll have something new for the year.
I'm kind of scared to smoke
I know
whatever
where
Martine's
I
gonna
know where
send
you
to me.
can get something super limited, and I mean super limited.
Yeah, I know it's gotta call Martin Amaya's bucket.
They got a cigar shop here that Black Label Trading Company makes 2 cigars. One's called the Governor, one's called the First Lady. They make them for that cigar shop, and only that one cigar shop. They do not distribute them. You either have to go there or phone order it. That cigar ships on no website, nowhere all over the world. One place in Monroe, Louisiana.
Is it any good?
Yeah, I smoked the First Lady the other day, and it honestly is. The flavor profile is a lot like the Cuevas Reserva Natural. If you like that, then you would love that cigar. And then the Maduro, I haven't smoked it yet. They've been sitting about a year. I think I posted some pictures in the Legion and on Instagram, but you can call and get them ordered, but that's the only place you can get them on the planet.
Okay.
It's at Governor's Pipes and Cigars in Monroe, Louisiana.
The White Governor and First Lady, they're not even matching.
I know the shop. I know the shop's called Governors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, our governor down here, we do governor and first lady. and
That's the
maybe-
ones that's got the skeletons on the. Got the.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah,
I heard-
those things. Those bands are awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's Black Label Trading. They do some pretty cool stuff with skeletons and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I've read a few posts that talk about First Lady. That Bob's First Lady went to the hospital. Anybody
Yeah,
can
she did.
fill me in with that what happened? Because I only saw the post that she's going in and she's coming out next day and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
she had surgery. They're home now. They got home this afternoon. She's doing good. I checked in with them a little while ago.
Like,
but
what
she's doing
surgery did
good.
she had?
They
Nobody
didn't
knows?
say.
Because I thought I missed something. I was like, all of a sudden I saw she went to the hospital. I was like, oh no, what happened? But then nobody posted what happened.
No. It's something that was planned. They didn't say what surgery, but it was something that had been planned. But she's doing good now. They got home this afternoon. I talked to him. She's resting, and he's taking care of her. So I've been checking on him a lot.
Yeah, I saw the post and I was like, oh, good. And I did see that she went home today, and then I was like, oh, that's good news. But I couldn't
Yeah,
find
she's
any
good.
information on what happened. I thought maybe she fell or something. Oh no.
No. It wasn't anything like that.
Cool. So Michael, what do you do for your birthday so far, other than not work?
Not working. I've smoked. This is cigar number 3. Yeah, that's about it.
Great way to celebrate.
My birthday's nothing special, so.
Usually that's the case. When you celebrate for like 30 years straight, you're like, okay, birthday is just another day to be happy.
Yeah, I wasn't at work. That was happy as hell.
Judging from all the extra special posts in the Legion, I guess it was special.
I know,
Very
right?
special
Like the
to
whole
everybody.
entire page when I scroll down is all you. So build it
Yeah.
up. You can tell how popular Michael is. So on my birthday, I got
Sorry
3
with
posts.
Jeff having to do a separate one, you know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the way it
we all did a
started.
separate one on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
man. I am
So
very
we're
interested.
We're gonna have to facilitate when Tony's birthday is. Everybody's gonna do a separate post.
Except that we're gonna do that one a little different. Everybody's gonna do one post for happy and one for birthday. And
Yeah.
one for Tony.
Puzzle it in yourself, right? Just say, yeah, that just one. All right, let's do more. Let's finish these 2 prizes raffle, just in case, because I feel like I'm gonna forget if I don't do it. I really do feel like I will forget if I don't do it.
Y'all have a good night. I'm going inside before I get carried away by mosquitoes.
Good night.
She's
Did you
ditching
tell
us.
Travis that he won?
Uh-huh.
Did you guys tell Travis that he won the raffle?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
we
was,
were
I was
watching.
watching.
All right, let's see. Who is this? Oh no, Jeff Bates. All right, Jeff Bates. You got more cigars that I can't send to you yet. Even the dog knew. I was like, yeah. All right, last one. Who's gonna get that red dot? My monthly cigar box. Come on now. Joseph Woodruff. No, I don't either.
Nice.
All those people that win. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I have a lot of boxes of those like subscription stuff that I don't ever smoke. So what will happen is those will end up being raffle prizes. They're just sitting in their box. I never even touched the box. Like they're in the box still. So those will end up being raffle prizes as well. So I guess it's a good way to kind of for people to gauge whether or not subscription boxes is for you, because it is not for everyone. Like if you know what you like already, like if you smoke for anything longer than 2 years and you already know what you like, subscription boxes it doesn't. But if you started out and then you want to try all the different cigars that you never bought before, like you're the type of people that walk into the humidor or lounge and you're like, I don't know any of these cigars, then yeah, subscription box is perfect. Matt, what are you eating? Can't even answer. Busy eating.
Why am I eating? Because we were talking about food and I got fucking hungry.
No, what are you eating? What are you eating?
Quesadilla.
Quesadilla. Jeez.
Shout out to Martine.
I see. I never seen Matt eating Asian food.
I'm pretty white, bro.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Like Travis is more yellow than you.
Quesadilla.
Oh, you get me to Louisiana, I ain't eating shit out there. I don't like seafood.
Louisiana? What is there? Like, what's famous in Louisiana? Barbecue, right? Barbecue, Louisiana, and the chicken in Louisiana,
Seafood.
fry stuff,
Seafood.
fry
Lots of
fry
fried
shrimp,
seafood and boiled seafood.
like Popeyes.
Yeah, a lot of those for
Yeah.
sure.
Popeyes.
Here we go.
right?
One of the 2 shameless plugs down to the nub, right there.
Here we go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
There
See,
you
here's
go.
the thing. I went to down to the knob to say Shadow Smoke Legion. I got called out and said, stay clean. And you guys do it here. It's like everybody's like, yeah, it's coming.
3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Yeah, you finished it up. Nice catch, James. Nice catch. Nice catch. You guys are horrible. See, I will draw one more, and people who is here can, if you win, right? Choose a swag. If I have it, you can have it. So pretty much exclude of the backpack and exclude the cup. I don't have a cup. But if I draw your name and you're here, you can ask for a swag. By the way, next time let me know that this cup is a bad idea. Know how to grab. Take it out of it. Oh, It's Joseph Sparaccio. I know you're here. Joseph, what do you want for swag? Call for one. Joseph once. Joseph twice. Joseph 2.5 times. Joseph 2 3/4. Oh wait. Anyways, so yeah, in terms of cigars, I'm just kind of disappointed that not much is going on in the industry right now, because obviously everything's slow. Other than shops are opening up, that's like kind of the only news we're getting. Shops are opening back up. I didn't even hear about like shops are being able to get the stock they're asking for. Blah blah blah. It's just not much is going on. Not much is going on. We're kind of disappointed.
Yeah, it's hit and miss. I guess there's some back orders on certain things and other things people have and all that kind of crap. So
Joe one trucker hat done. No, I have. I'll send you one. I know I have one somewhere. I know I have one. Where is it? Where is it? Uh-oh. I know I have one. There it is. I do have one. I have one.
I like the way these gray ones came out. I'm a fan.
The gray
I
one
like it.
Everything limited edition in the group is gray, so.
I'm looking forward to mine.
Yours. Yours somewhere in one of these boxes. Like, you don't want to see the boxes here. Like, this is a mess. I have about 6 or 7 boxes on that stuff in. When I look at it, I disgust myself. It's like, dude, how can you make horrible? Martin just lit up another one.
Yeah, I lit up a archetype something.
I want to smoke something that's not.
I'm gonna go grab one more. I'll be right back.
Something that's not.
I'm still on my
Sherry,
first
are you
one.
done with your cigar, Sherry? You done with your cigar? What about your AHA? I feel funny calling that a drink AHA. I can't hear you, Sherry. Sherry's muted. Sherry's muted. Sherry's muted.
Sherry might be a little too drunk.
But I thought AHA is just soda, right? It's just like club soda.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
She's probably got it mixed with that peach crown, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she disconnected and came
I
back.
froze. I froze. I had to get out.
We can't
And yes,
tell.
I'm
It
finished
actually
with
looks like
AHA.
you're doing something, Sherry.
I was frozen. I was trying to get it unfrozen. Yes, I'm finished my cigar and my AHA.
Ah. Aha.
Aha.
So yeah. In terms of you know what? I'm gonna go upstairs and grab another cigar. And when we come back, let's talk about favorite cigar and the least favorite cigar. Alright. So think about your least favorite cigar. I'm talking about least favorite, not like don't give me like, oh, I hate good cut kind of crap. Give me one specific exact cigar that you absolutely hate. You hate it so much that you would rather die than smoke that cigar. That's the cigar we're talking about. Alright? So I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab that cigar.
Mine is smoked slow. I still got a ton of this left, and I've been on for a minute. It's pretty good though. It's a good cigar. First time I've ever had it.
Is that the Crown Heads?
Yeah, the Juarez. Pretty good smoke.
Got really quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah. Are we still on the live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's everybody drinking? Y'all drink anything good?
Not yet.
Jane
I got
Walker.
some, what do I got up there?
I'm not drinking anything yet.
I got some Old Forester I'm about to polish off.
I just been drinking beer tonight. That's about it. I say tonight since about 3 o'clock today. Really.
I like to wait till at least 5 o'clock in the morning before I start drinking.
All right, I'm back. Sherry's still frozen on the screen. It's funny to see 2 Sherrys.
Yeah, I got booted again. I had to go back.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Must be Sprint.
Sherry
hey,
got banned
Sherry,
for being
Sherry, I'm gonna try to remove that extra one to see if it works. But if I kick you out, you gotta come back, okay?
Okay.
Remove.
Hey, so Travis.
Oh, here we
you
go.
ever
It
watch
works.
Waterboy?
Yeah, I've seen it when it first came out. It's just been a long time. I remember what all happened. It's just been I don't remember any of the quotes or anything from the movie.
All right,
You gotta watch
so
it again if you can.
I got myself an egg roll. Smoke an egg.
I think I'm gonna go grab an egg roll.
Go get an egg roll. Yeah.
Everybody's having Chinese food now. What the hell?
Yeah. Because you have Mexican food. I'm gonna have Chinese food. I went upstairs. My wife was talking about how China, Asia right now is China right now is live streaming our protests. That should make us look like savages.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Just for that, I'm gonna go grab a chop suey.
Chop suey? Oh no.
Hey.
So, have you guys thought about what is the absolutely worst cigar that you never smoked? Scott, what do you mean by how do you get your video up? You want to be on there? If you want to be on, just go to the link. Or I can message you the link.
I think the worst cigar I still have had was the Cornelius and Anthony Daddy Mac.
I'll second that. The Gurkha Symphony, still the worst thing I've ever had.
Really?
Somebody had to go there.
I'm not lying though. It was so bad, man.
Somebody had to do it.
Scott, if you want to be part of the chat and let me know, I can send you the link. Something like that. What about you, Travis?
I had part of a Vega Fina barrel aged yesterday that was just pretty nasty.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, trying to get a tennis ball through a garden hose to begin with. That made it so freaking bitter that it,
Yeah.
when you did get any smoke, it was just nasty. I smoked it down past the first third though, so.
Kyle says it's a Gurkha Cellar Reserve. Took 5 puff and they throw it out.
Mine would probably be the Upsetter. I think I want to say made by Foundation Cigars. That was horrible, horrible. I hated it. Probably my least favorite.
Instead of worst, what's the biggest disappointment?
Biggest disappointment?
Ooh, that's
I can
tough.
tell you which one. Liga 10 was my biggest disappointment. Liga 10 was my biggest disappointment. That I know for sure. I thought it was gonna be super amazing, but it's not.
What were you expecting?
That Acid 20 was my disappointment.
Well, I would probably. Ooh, biggest disappointment.
I think my biggest disappointment this year was that Orodoshi.
Urodoshi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucked from light. I could not keep it lit. It was tunneling. It was horrible.
Yeah, I had that
Mine
big
was
hole
probably-
right there in the center. I remember seeing your video.
Mine was probably the Atabay. It was such a build up for there was just not enough there for me.
And it's quite expensive too for Atabay.
I say you look forward to it, you spend the money. It didn't live up to the hype, in my opinion.
I agree. I remember one of our first video was Atabay, and I was saying Tim's gonna kill me for saying Atabay sucked. But my worst, I think the worst cigar I ever smoked was actually the first soy sauce cigar. That was horrible. I still remember how bad it is. I will forever remember how bad that is.
That soy sauce brulee was not good. I'm gonna put that up there with like fucking worst.
But if you've ever had that,
I was disappointed in that crema yesterday, but not because of the taste. But because when I took the band off, the freaking wrapper just disintegrated.
But that does happen, well, though. It has nothing to do with the cigar. It's just the band.
Yeah, but why you make a good cigar like that and then put a band made of such cheap paper that you can't get it off the cigar?
And let me address Scott first. Scott, you don't have to go that close to the screen. That it doesn't make you any. You're not gonna see any better, and the voice is not gonna get any more clear. And you do have to unmute yourself before you can talk.
What's up, Scott?
Yeah, here you go. Put the microphone just away from your face, yeah, and tap on the screen, and then there's a microphone sign. You have to click on that microphone sign so you can unmute yourself. Nope, not yet. Tap on the screen and tap on the microphone icon.
Maybe Scott's trying to give us all a kiss or something, man. God.
It looks, yeah, here we go. Oh, no. There you go.
Anybody in there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hello, you in there? I don't
Now get away from your screen a little bit.
Are you 3 or 4 sheets to the wind or what?
I don't know. I don't think I can see him.
He's giving me a red eye.
Oh, God.
I think I see myself a little Asian guy there. There he is.
No, you don't see an Asian guy here. What are you talking about? Matt, did you talk about what cigar is your least worst cigar ever?
Well, my biggest upset was the Acid 20, but now that I think about it, I think it's all the Opus X cigars.
I'm talking about one that you'll absolutely not smoke again. You'll absolutely not smoke.
I won't smoke any acids ever.
Okay, here we go.
Disgusting.
Travis is like, I'm gonna kill Matt.
I'm a big,
they're not for everybody. They're not for everybody, for sure.
I'm a big Drew Estate fan. Don't get me wrong. I love Drew Estate, but that acid shit sucks ass to me.
How you smoke acid cigars and not drink sweet tea? I don't.
I don't drink sweet tea.
No, talk about Travis.
Oh.
I'm trying to make a statement.
Jason said Vegas 5 Gold. That thing tastes like manure. Had it 3 years ago. Vegas 5 Gold, I think that is a bundle cigar. So it's not supposed to be good.
Yeah, they're not bad, but they're not great by any means.
Yeah. The thing about Atabey, I really don't get it. I remember go to Two Guys Cigars and I say, what's special stuff you guys have here? And they're so proud to have Atabey over there. I was like,
well, that's their cigar, isn't it?
Huh?
That's their cigar, isn't it?
Two Guys Cigar?
No.
I think it is.
No, it's made by so I forget the name. They make 3 cigars. They make the Byron, the Atabey, and the Bandolero. And the Bandolero is about $12, and it is drastically better than the Atabey. It's actually a phenomenal cigar.
Yeah, United makes those.
Yeah, United. Here we go. Yeah. United makes them.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Bandolero.
Yeah, they had a whole line of Atabeys. I was like, yeah, that's one cigar I won't be buying. And they were like,
Jesus Christ, Martine.
They will try to say that because it tastes like Cubans. I was like, dude, it's much cheaper to buy Cubans.
Yeah, but the Bandolero is their bottom line. The Atabeys is their middle, and I think the Byron is their top. But the Bandolero is a great cigar. I mean, it's $12, but I liked it anyway. I thought it was fantastic.
Matt, Kyle just asked you, what about Cuba Arte?
The Cuba Arte, I will say that one is the best one out of all the acids.
It's the least infused. Once you get past the first third, you start getting more of that broadleaf tobacco. I think it's a broadleaf. You get more natural tobacco than you do sweet toward the end.
And that's probably why I like it. And I have 5 water towers full of them still. So.
And the Acid Plush, which is one of the super sweet ones, is actually the same wrapper and a lot of the same tobaccos as the league provider number 9. It's just used.
Oh wow!
We all need to go to Matt's place and rate his freaking humidor. What we need to do.
I mean, the Acid Plush is a $13 infused, $14 infused cigar.
But here's the thing, Matt. You buying all those Cuba Artes because you wanted those water towers. No, be honest. Yeah, you wanted those water towers. It's not like you wanted the Cuba Arte.
Yeah, sound like somebody else I know, don't it?
Wait, are we talking about me?
Every time.
Well, you can't lie. Even with the punch cigars and the chop sueys, the branding they did with those, everybody was drawn to it just because of the packaging.
True.
You know
Yeah,
what's
like
really
Real
funny though?
Estate, their swag is crazy good. I mean, they have some of the best swag you can get.
You know what's
Right.
really funny though? The boxes that you get from Chop Suey and Egg Roll, right? It's almost an insult because none of the Asian Chinese markets or whatever you go get takeout, we don't ever use that kind of boxes.
Well, but here in America they do.
Yeah, so it's like, hey,
Yeah, I've got 2 of those boxes here. Just don't have two boxes full of cigars.
Classic Dominican Republic making a Chinese cigar for the American market.
right? I took him out of the paper box and I just put it in my plastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in a couple more humidors this week, especially when everything comes in.
I start to shove them into my the alcohol cabinet because turns out my alcohol cabinet has pretty good humidity and pretty good temperature.
Actually sounds good. When you're done.
Yeah, my house stays at 50% humidity all the time. I got a hygrometer on the shelf. It stays at 48 to 50 all the time.
Yeah, my alcohol thing in storage, even though I didn't do anything to it, it stays at 68 degrees and 58% humidity. I was like, that's perfect. But as soon as I open the door to get some alcohol out and close it, temperature jumps to 72.
Yeah.
Not that bad. 72 is still not
I
bad.
don't worry a whole lot about temperature. Sometimes mine gets up to 74, and I haven't had a problem yet. So I mean, it'll go from 68 to 72 to 74. I don't fret over humidity and temperature as long as it's in the right range. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Yazzer basically said, best cigar is the Casadeli Club Mariva Spalato, and worst cigar is any cigar that doesn't burn right.
There you go.
But come on, you got. I'm talking about worst tasting cigar, worst cigar that you would not smoke again. You can't really tell which cigar is gonna burn right. You know.
Never
Hey,
smoke a Colombo again.
I gotta say, one of the best cigars I've had this year, and Michael's gonna get a kick out of this. It was a Lancero. It was by
SSL.
Casa. It was Casa something. Casa Tehran, Casa Tehran, or some shit like that. And Lancero. It was really, really good.
Never
I
heard
didn't
of it.
review it, but it was really damn good.
See, you can expand your horizons. You can be taught.
But I did learn that had tobaccos in there that were aged for at least 10 years, and it had a Mexican San Andres wrapper.
Wow, it's all the things you don't like.
Everything I don't like was it was a damn good cigar.
Was that a plug for your show, bro?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't review it. I didn't review that cigar. I just smoked it one day, and it was a damn good cigar.
But at Monday, Wednesday, Friday
Oh,
at 11 a.m. Central Time, you can get new content from Martina Maya Cigar Reviews.
Exactly.
I didn't see much this week.
I saw one. There's one.
Oh, I
There
had
was
3 on
one.
there.
Yeah.
No, I had 3 on there.
He had the
I'll throw it
Uradoshi right there today, literally. Well, yesterday.
Yeah,
No.
today.
It's funny because my wife gets on to me about my schedule, and I tell her I cannot miss my scheduled time, and she'll literally be talking to me. I'll run to the computer and be like, "Post, get it done," and she gets pissed off. She's like, "I don't understand what you do." I was like, "I have a schedule. I need to make sure it's on a schedule."
Well, if you do the release date thingy, you will automatically release on that. You don't have to go click.
I know, but it's in my head that it needs to be done right at 11.
By the way, Michael, that's your 2 quota, just so you know.
I know.
I'm keeping
So I
account.
thought-
And then if Martine's got to be on that schedule, because when I'm driving home from work, usually I'm listening to the reviews. See?
There you
So
go.
It's very important.
How do
Hey,
you
by the
re-
way, I gotta say,
See, that's the thing, Michael.
ready
You don't
for
get
the
to listen to my reviews because there's no words on it. You'll just listen to the theme song. That's it. The end.
I actually have
So
that
how much
thing
more
song
time
as part of my
How much
playlist.
more time we got on this? Because I'm ready for the after show.
Ah, shit. Should I go stop the water in my bathtub?
Yeah.
Because when
Yeah,
I
see,
run
I don't have-
upstairs to get the cigar, I turn on the water.
See, I don't have to work next week, so I mean, we can be up till like 2 in the morning. I don't my time. I don't care.
There you go. 4 a.m.
What do I do to myself all the time? Why do I get to know you guys? Seriously.
Because we're awesome.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. SSL is awesome. Everybody in the group SSL is awesome. Except I just couldn't get Martina Maya to send me a video of him saying Shadow Smokers Legion.
I didn't know. I didn't know that's what you were trying to do. I told. Well, you asked me where's the video where you said Shadow Smokers Legion.
Somebody didn't read announcement. Somebody didn't read announcement.
Yeah, I didn't read the announcement. That's why.
No.
I'll send it to you.
No.
You're just gonna have to go back and edit it again.
Well, it's not that hard. You know, it's not that hard that I just spent an hour trying to align everybody's Shadow Smokers Legion to the same time frame. So I only had to listen to Shadow Smokers Legion about 50 times. My wife was like, "Why are you listening to everybody saying Shadow Smokes Legion over and over again?" So I had to put them on the same timeline. And I had to cut off some of the stuff that you guys say on the side too. For example, Scott literally record his video starting by what he did earlier today. He's like, "Hello, is anybody there?" Like I had to listen to that and cut it off.
All right, I'll send you a video tomorrow.
You know, because I know you did it on your video. I saw that big gigantic logo on the side too. However, I don't want to go download that video off of YouTube and cut it.
I can probably send it to you.
yeah. That would be great. That would be great. I can go back and edit it, and eventually, probably the opening will be like 10 minutes long after everybody say Shadow Smokes Legion.
Yep. Let's see.
So, what would be a cigar that doesn't exist that you want made by a particular company?
I want Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust to make a Shadow Smokers Legion cigar.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one too.
That I can tell you absolutely will not happen. Because like Steve Saka will be like, "What the hell is SSL? Get out of here."
Yeah, but you didn't ask what would happen or not. You asked what we would like.
Yeah, but I'm talking about okay. I'll give you that one. Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
What was the question?
What would be a cigar that doesn't exist that you want to be made by a particular brand, and maybe some blend or some information that will make you feel like I wish that cigar existed.
Give me the Cuevas like core line because they're all the same blend, but with a Brazilian Montefina wrapper on it instead. That'd be ridiculously good.
I would have to say a Davidoff Cameroon would be pretty good.
There is a Davidoff Cameroon, I think.
Really?
I think there is one a long time ago, but there is one.
Maybe there was one.
No, I think there is one. Hold on. Yeah, Aficionado 2013. I think there is one. Yeah, there is one long time ago. I think there is one. And I don't think they made it anymore. And I think if they re-release it, it will be something like the Vault. Because they're expensive.
Yeah.
They were expensive, so.
That's the thing that's always got me about Cameroons is it depends on who makes it because like this AJ Cameroon, it's like super affordable and the Cameroon wrapper is not as widespread, and it's just interesting always their price points that they set when people make Cameroons.
Yeah, like the La Flor Dominicana Cameroon, that's really Cameroon cigar too.
Yeah.
I think there is one. I don't know when they released it, but long time ago. Yazzer might know. Yazzer, you smoke a lot of Davidoff too. You can probably know the name or what year it was. I think there was one time they released a Cameroon cigar, and it was really expensive. I remember. But the thing about Cameroon cigar is just that it's just toothy. It's just really flavorful. It's really toothy because where it was grown. So you kind of like you prefer 2D cigars. They are the Cameroon cigars. Wrappers, but then you increase the price of the cigar dramatically.
I wonder if they could make a Cameroon wrapper like and actually ferment it and age it longer, make a Maduro. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But here's the thing, though. If you think about Cameroon cigars, right, it's mostly oil. So the longer you age, the more that oil is gonna dry up. It might taste less, right? Because when you age particular regular cigars, you try to get that oil to come out, right? You try to get the oil to come out so it's more flavorful as you age it. But Cameroon is the opposite because where it's growing is so sunny and hot that the oil already came out. So the longer you age it, it's probably not gonna be the thing, in my opinion.
There's a Davidoff It's a Boy 2000 Tubos Cameroon pack.
Say that again?
Davidoff It's a Boy 2000 Tubos Cameroon pack.
There we go. So there is Cameroons. Yeah. I remember they did make Cameroons. I just never bought. There we go. What's today's hard work will pay off in the future. Laziness will pay off now. Exactly. So yeah, what else? What else you guys like? Martin, what about you?
What was the question? My phone was skipping out.
I feel like Martin doesn't ever listen to my questions, but that's okay. Anyways, the question is, what particular cigar, what particular blend, what particular company you wish that they make a cigar out of, but that doesn't exist yet?
Okay. That's a hard one.
Isn't it? I give you time to think.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I give you time to think. Let's ask Sherry. Sherry, which one would you be for that question? Uh-oh, he's got to freeze again.
I'm gonna turn up the heat.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Here we
back,
go.
I think.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Yeah, we sit here on pins and needles waiting on her to say, "Oh, I don't know."
I don't know. I don't know enough about cigars to know. I don't know. I like Cameroons.
Okay, how about this? Sherry, what is your favorite brand right now?
It's hard to. I'm gonna Casa Cueva probably.
Okay, so
I
that
would say
answers
Casa
what
Cueva.
brand, right? That answers what brand. So what is your favorite blend right now? Like what particular combination of a blend that you particularly like? What you can just name a cigar that you really like the blend of that doesn't exist for Casa Cueva.
Oh. I don't know. They have Habano. I like Habanos. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm disappointing you.
That's not disappointing. It is a hard question because you kind of have to know what you like.
I'm still thinking.
Yeah, you kind of
Right,
have to
and
know what you
I still smoke a whole bunch of different cigars. You know what I mean? I'm still trying stuff that I've never had. So
yeah, like
it's
for
hard
me, if Casa Cueva makes the same blend as Davidoff, it has that refined aging process to their naturals, I would love that. You know, I would love to buy that. With especially like who wouldn't like to buy Davidoff with Casa Cueva price?
Right.
I think if you buy a Casa, you'd be buying a Casa Cueva with Davidoff price. So if you got that. So.
But here's the thing, though. You can a lot of Davidoff price are actually inflated because they're brand, right? I mean, yeah, they do spend a lot of money on branding and packaging and stuff like that. So it kind of increased the price. So that if you have a regular brand that can take those similar material, similar blend to make a cigar that's just as good, then you have a reasonable price Davidoff in a way, right? Because not Davidoff don't make all their cigars. Sometimes they for example they have what is that thing called? they have lower end cigars. They have something like Griffin, right? You know, there's lower brand cigars that is literally not worth the money, but you know, it's still Davidoff, right? They have Camachos, which is Davidoff, but then like it's their only Honduran cigar line. So
What about Punch Sweet and Sour with a Connecticut wrapper and a Habano binder to give you a sweet and savory?
and yet you won't drink sweet tea.
Oh, but he'll smoke acid.
I gotta keep up with my trend. Contradictions are my thing.
Usually contradiction is the best things out there. So like jumbo shrimp.
Yeah, like you're wearing that T-shirt with legend on it, right?
Or like buffalo wings. Contradictions.
Oh, since we're talking about Cuevas now, would you want to see like a Cuevas barber pole because of the way their blends are with the two wrappers? I know you don't like barber poles, Tony, but
I would love a barber pole from Cuevas. Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I wouldn't mind a Reserva with the barber pole from the Maduro and the Connecticut. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I you know, in my opinion, I think the Reserva is really good on its own. But if you make a barber pole out of it, you'll be best on nothing. But have a little bit of everything. I rather them showcase the best of everything, what they are, rather than a mixture of, you know, contradiction taste. You know, because like each one of them has each standout point, right? But if you combine them together, they don't necessarily have to will show that, you know, the strong point of each one of them. And I think
Why
that.
don't they have a? Go ahead.
And I think that if you put, like, say, for example, if you put the natural, the Reserva Natural and the Reserva Maduro, the Reserva Maduro most likely is gonna overtake the flavor of the natural, and the natural that smoothness is gonna go away. So it kind of will be like, you know, best at nothing. But you know,
well, okay, so you take the Habano wrapper, which has like that really good flavor with that little bit of that spice, and you put it with the Maduro wrapper, which has that sweetness. Now, do you think that would be good?
we're talking about the core line now.
Yeah,
like,
core
you
line
know.
now.
Now, here's the thing though. When I smoked the Maduro last time, remember I said that it's kind of like empty. It doesn't have that fullness to it, right? It doesn't have the creaminess to it to keep the flavor. So when you combine it with the Habano, I think it would just add a little bit of spice to that cigar, but not doing much.
What about just a plain and simple Reserva Habano, just a better Habano Casa Cuevas? They just take all their special. They did the natural, they did the Maduro. What if they just did a Reserva Habano?
Right. You see, like, you'd rather have something that's like really good at what it does already, rather than combine them together to make a. Because a lot of barber poles are kind of gimmicky, right? If you think about it.
Yeah.
So I much rather they just stay the way it is, and it would be really nice if they release a Reserva Habano that makes it more sustaining, more creamy, you know, more smoky. Then
yeah,
it will be perfect for that Reserva line. But you know, they didn't do that. They did a good job with the natural and the Reserva Maduro. Just that it's missing that Habano, and I can tell that most people like Habano flavor just because that little spice, you know, to it. And the core line does, each one of them is missing something. You know, the Connecticut is like almost flavorless to somebody that's used to medium and full body cigars. The Habano is great. That's like the first one I smoked, but compared to the Reserva Natural, it's a little bit off, right? And like the Maduro we talk about, the core line is missing that fullness to it. It's missing that creaminess to sustain that flavor. So, and which they fixed it in the Reserva line. It's just that, you know, if you to combine them, I don't know if it worked out. I think that it would just be like taking away from it.
Okay, so what do you think about this one? What do you think about the Alma Fuerte in the Salomon with a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper?
Say that again. Alma Fuerte with the
Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper
instead of the wrapper it has right now.
Yeah, it's a Nicaraguan puro, but if you take the wrapper off and you put a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper, what do you think about that?
It might be good. It might be good, but I think you take away that full characteristic.
And that would be okay on most occasions because it's very strong.
Yeah. But then I think one cigar, one of them is very full, and the Nicaraguan one is like very full and has that dark taste. But the other one is flavorful, but it lacks that dark taste. So you gotta. I think both will be good. Both would be good, but it will just take away that characteristic of it. Like, you know, what makes Almafuerte good. You know, because when you have the Nicaragua Puro, it's a very flavorful leaf, very full leaf. So.
Right.
Yeah, and then Quick 30 said that might change the Almafuerte and make it stronger, but I think it lacked that dark taste. So.
It might.
It would give it a different layer of like slight sweetness and spiciness to it if you had that Pennsylvania broadleaf on there.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But that's the thing. That depends what part of the Almafuerte you love the most. Like, I love that you know, the dark cacao coffee-ish taste in the Almafuerte. But then like you change that kind of way. So you get a sweeter, stronger cigar for sure.
I might do that. I might buy me a Almafuerte, take the wrapper off, and put a Pennsylvania broadleaf on it and see what it tastes like.
Yeah, and also like you gotta know that, you know, not all leaves are the same, right? So the different age, different fermentation of that particular leaf might change it too.
So I might do my research.
Yeah, it would be a good experiment.
Yeah, expensive experiment. You know, you're gonna spend like $20-something on a cigar just to fuck it up.
More like $30 because both the price of both cigars.
Yeah.
But that might send Martin to the bed, though. Strong enough to send him to the bed.
Right.
Or to the bucket at least.
Maybe Casa Cueva should do a Scotch barrel-aged cigar like Davidoff did with the Winston Churchill Late Hour. That'd be pretty good.
Casa Cueva and isn't
like a Scotch barrel aged like they did with the Late Hour.
That will
Like
make
that.
it more woodsy. That will make it more woodsy, and I think that might be a good idea because Casa Cueva cigar don't have a lot of woodsy note to it.
Right.
That might be different. Isn't Almafuerte aged for 10 years?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. Almafuerte.
Well, on the Cuevas one, that would actually give it a woodsiness and like a little bit of vanilla like to it too from the barrel.
But if that's the case, if they want to do that, they should do it to their core line Connecticut. I think that would really fix that cigar.
All right, so Tony, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So, I asked this question to one of the guys at Placencia when he was on the Cigars Daily live.
Okay.
I was really thinking about buying a box of the Almafuerte and the Salamons and smoking one each year for my birthday.
Sure.
He didn't recommend it because the tobaccos in there have already been aged for 10 years.
Right.
In my opinion, I think that cigar is really good up to about 12 years, like from the date of release, 2 years later, and after that, it just kind of lacks flavor. Do you think that'd be a good cigar to age, or do you think it'll be a dud after the 12-year mark?
I can tell you that when I bought the Almafuerte, I just bought it to get bloom on it, and I noticed that when I get it to that point, it's only a little bit more than a year that I can get it to that point. But after that 1.5 year point, it starts to lose taste. And the cigar starts to feel not dry per se, but less oily.
Yeah, it just kind of after about the 2-year mark, I've noticed it kind of feels like it's lacking flavor. But what do you think about the Reserva Original, Davidoff? I mean, Placencia.
You might be able to do that one. That one might be a good idea. The thing is that when the cigar, any cigar that's aged more than 10 years, it starts to lose taste anyway. So you just don't want any cigar that's long aged. Those cigars you want to smoke within like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and I think that one was aged for about 5 to 8 years, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so you got a gap of 5 years that you can play with that. So, and also it matters how you age it too. You know, how much Spanish cedar you have in your humidor, and what cigar you put to age with. So that changes too. I have a couple of the Casa Cueva, Connecticut that I left in the humidor for a while, and literally didn't change anything. So it depends on what cigar. Like for example, you say the Reserva for the Platecia, that's actually a light color leaf that actually will take some flavor. And something like Maduro, something like dark color leaf, they don't really take flavor, so they only lose flavor, right? So they mellow out. And a lot of people think that aging cigar makes the cigar taste better, and some of the time it's actually because it mellow out the flavor, so you can actually tell more flavor from it. You know, for example, it's like drinking some refined, lighter taste whiskey where you can taste the flavor versus some like vodka that just burns your throat, right? So a lot of cigar that's actually very strong that you can only taste that strong taste. As you age it, it mellows out, right? So you can tell more flavor from it, so it actually gets better. So some cigars is good to age to let it lose flavor. Some cigars is better to age so that it gets more of the cedar flavor. And something like lighter color leaves, they are good to age to obtain more of that woodiness, the cedar trace that you have in there to get it more flavor, more creamy. But not necessarily the darker cigars, because you age the darker cigar to lose flavor.
So do you think it'd be better to age like Habanos or lighter shade wrappers?
Here's the thing about Habanos though. When you age Habano, right? Some Habano gets more spicy. Some Habano gets less spicy. So it really depends on the cigar.
Okay.
Right? So like if you don't like spicy and then you age a Habano, it's gonna taste like super spicy because the base note goes away. Then you get a really spicy cigar. Right? And some Habano, when you age it, that spiciness kind of mellow up a little bit. That allows you to taste the rest of the cigar. That's like a successful aging. So not all cigars are good to age, just like not all whiskey is good to add a drip of water.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I feel with the Ligas. I think the Ligas are better out of the box.
For Ligas, I know that Liga number 9, as you age it, the pepper goes down. Liga T52, as you age it, the pepper goes up. So,
really?
Yeah. From my experience, that is.
Well, it's most of our cigars that we get for our market, for the American market, are designed to be smoked right then. So,
I mean, they aged it for you. The reason that you keep the cigar is really because you never know when that cigar is gonna be gone.
Right.
So yeah, when you say something like I aged for 5 years, well, is it really a good thing? Not necessarily. But if you have a really crappy cigar, like you have a really crappy cigar, and you just leave in your humidor for a long time, that start to take in those cedary flavor, it might get better, right? It will get better because originally it's already crap, so it can only go up from there. But something like really good cigar, if you don't smoke it, you might regret it.
Yeah, it's like with I won't say who sent it to me, but there was somebody in the Legion sent me a cigar that was aged in their personal humidor for 5 years. When I got it and I smoked it, it wasn't all that great, and it was a Liga.
It was a Liga?
It was a Liga, yeah. But the Liga number 9.
And the Liga number 9 thinks that it has so many different sizes. And I think that sizes does change its characteristic too, like how much in the blend too. So as you age it, they differentiate. Like not all the sizes gotta age the same way.
And I think the Ligas are better in the smaller ring gauge personally.
I think the Liga number 9 is best at the Robusto size, at the Corona size, but the large Toro Tubo, they are just spicy as hell. I really don't like it.
Yeah, I think my favorite Liga T52 was like a 50 ring gauge.
So it does make a difference, and the size. So when it comes to aging, it's really personal preference, and why don't you try it? But I don't recommend to keep your cigar for too long because they start to lose flavor majority of the time. All right? The
Yeah,
only
I've got
flavor you can
a-
take in is the cedar because the cedar tray, right? But
Right.
if you think that it's gotta get it to, like, for example, if you have a Maduro, it's gotta taste even more of a Maduro. Usually, in usual cases, no.
I
See,
will say-
I've-
Go ahead, Michael.
I'll say I've got a Espinosa Habano that has been aging since 2012 that Brandon gave me. There's a day this year I'm going to smoke it, and since I've had so many of those, I'm interested to see what the time has done to that.
Yeah. If you're really interested to age your darker color cigar leaves, dry box it. Dry box is the only way that you can actually enhance the flavor, in my opinion, because you're actually enhancing the amount of oil that's coming out of that leaf, rather than adding more humidity to that and then try to catch more cedary taste. Because when you're smoking the darker cigar, you're not looking for the cedary taste, right? You're not looking for that Connecticut creamy cedary taste. You're looking for that dark flavor, and that dark flavor came from the oil, not from the cedar tray. So dry box is actually gotta make it so that it has less moisture. It's gotta take in less flavor from around it, and it's gotta push those oil out so it burns those oil, so it's add more flavor from that oil.
What do you think about the Cameroon wrapper? If that were
Cameroon
to
wrapper
carry
is
out-
already oily on the surface. If you dry box it, it's gonna crack. All right, so that's something you wanna when you try to dry box the really oily cigars. The oil is gonna come out and it's gonna have less moisture, and they tend to crack.
So no Ecuadorian Habanos.
Well,
That's a
when
super thin wrapper.
Oh yeah, I mean, for that, if you gotta dry box those cigars, you wanted to put it back to the humidity before you smoke. And I'm not talking about the day of. I'm talking about the week of. So it wouldn't be a smart thing to do if you plan to smoke those cigars. But yeah, but that's my opinion when it comes to why I dry box my cigars, is to push those oil out of that leaf so that you can smoke more of that oil. And that oil's got to give you more smoke, more flavor, versus when you dry box a Connecticut, usually isn't gonna do much. You want to age your Connecticut cigar, put it in the really nice, fresh cedar trays, and that's gotta give it really creamy, really cedary flavor. And it's gotta taking those smell, it's gotta taking those flavor from the tray. You're taking the oil from that tray. And that's gonna enhance it, because originally it's light. And you infused your cigar before. It only really work with the light color cigar like Connecticut or natural wrappers, because it takes in. But something like dark leaf, they don't really take in anything. By adding more woodiness to that cigar, it isn't gonna make it taste better.
I don't know. I got to say that one Camacho that I got, pre-Davidoff Camacho Cameroon, was pretty damn good.
Pre-Davidoff Camacho.
Yeah, it was a Cameroon wrapper. It was about 10 to 12 years old. It was really good.
Yeah, when you have Cameroon wrapper or Sumatra wrapper, those two are the same stuff, just different location, right? Those are already oily already. You can feel it. Like, just taking it up, you can see that's how rough it is, how oily it is. It's already ready to smoke. You don't really have to.
See, but Martin, you said it yourself. It was a pre-Davidoff Camacho. That's why it was so good.
Right.
The Camacho has its place in its market, because it's like the only few Honduran cigars out there, right? So there are a lot of Asians love Honduran cigars. I can tell you that for sure. So it really has its place. I mean, it's a really I would say neutral in terms of like a standard. Like, if somebody says cigar around the world, they're actually talking about either Habano or natural cigars. And then something like a Honduran is actually it's easy for everybody to smoke. It's medium. It's usually medium strength, so it's like kind of like in between everything. If you don't know what you want, Honduran cigar wouldn't go wrong, because they're not hard to smoke. They're kind of sweet, so it's easy to smoke. It's easy to smoke, and for a lot of people, they actually like the Honduran cigar. There are people that actually go to stores and say, "I just want Honduran cigar." They don't even know what they want. They just want Honduran cigar. So that makes it different. I know that there are a lot of pre-blend pre-rebranded cigars that were much better than the branded cigar nowadays, right? Pre-branded cigar now better than the branded cigar now. And for some reason they changed the blend. I don't understand why. Because when you buy the brand, shouldn't you keep the blend? I don't understand why they don't. You know, maybe the factory discontinued it or whatnot. So, it looks like there's 11 viewers. So some people are still on. I know Quick is probably still on. Quick is usually on. So, but yeah, and when it comes to aging your cigar, the best thing is to not do that unless it's a Cuban cigar. All Cuban cigars are underage, right? All Cuban cigars are like teenagers. They're underage. So you need to kind of age it for another 2 or 3 years to really get the full flavor out of it.
Turn your water off in your tub?
No, my wife turns it off for me. My wife turns it off for me. So, but yeah, I think there's a huge thing that when it comes to like, oh, we all have to age cigar and stuff like that, and people read a lot of stuff online that says you have to age your cigars, and I think a lot of those is because, you know, America's the only place that doesn't use Cuban cigars all that often, and then all the rest of the world, when you find that information, it's all about Cuban cigars. So like when it comes to, do you really need to age American cigars? No, not really. It might be a bad idea. A lot of it. So. I wouldn't recommend people hoarding their cigar for 10 years.
That's part of the reason that, like, on the Alma Fuertes and stuff, you pay that premium price, is because they've already went through and sat on that inventory and aged it for you, and it's ready to go that way.
And right. it's not easy either to hold your leaves and cigars for 10 years and keep it in good humidity and you know, mold and bugs free for 10 years. You know, that is
it is for Plasencia.
It sounds like it's easy because that's all they do, but it's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of work, you know. I won't be surprised if every year they throw away some leaves because they molded inside their you know, storage. So
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with like whiskeys and scotches and all that. You're paying that premium for that super aged scotch or whiskey because it's been sitting there for 10, 18, 20 years.
But that's kind of different because whiskey and scotch, they don't go bad. You can easily put it in the barrel. So long as your factory doesn't go on fire, you're good.
Well, it's true, but you know what I mean. It's that sitting on that inventory for that long. It's
Right,
gonna
right,
yield
right.
that premium price.
Quick 30 says, if you do buy Cubans, how much would you age it until you smoke it? I say minimum of 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Right? Minimum of 2 years is what you want to have. And absolutely make sure anybody who buys Cuban cigars, do not put your Cuban cigars with your 70-70. All right? Cuban cigars love to mold. They love to mold at 70. All right? Do not put it in 70-70. All right? Even at 60-something, they will mold. Okay? Just so you know. I think the safer area will be around 65 or less. 65 or less.
Now, why do you think that is, though?
I think it's just how they treated their cigars, their leaves, and I think the Cuban leaves, they just taking so much humidity and the heat and the stuff when they're growing and then when they're storing, and they don't do any special treatment on it. A lot of Cuban cigars are not frozen before they get.
Right.
So they have all the spores and all that stuff. You know, Cuba might have a lot of those mold spores flowing around, and that when it comes to us, the different species of mold they might grow. So that will make a difference. You know, where the mold came from, what species of mold that is, and what, you know, humidity they grow on. And for American cigars, you know, Nicaraguan cigars, stuff, by the time they get here, they've been frozen, they've been kind of debugged the egg, and that leaf is almost in a stale state. That it doesn't do anything anymore. That's why when I say,
and a lot of the times when they're aging them in other places than Cuba, they're lowering down that humidity for blending, and they slowly raise it back up for aging and lower it back down for aging and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
we still do it here, especially a lot of Nicaraguan cigar. They do that.
That's what I mean. Like everything that's not Cuban, that's usually how they're doing it.
Yeah. So you know, in Cuba they have overall weird, like really hot, really humid, you know, and really poor working conditions that they gotta get those spores and bugs and all that stuff in there. That make it more sensitive to temperature, to all that stuff. So
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off for a minute. If y'all are still on just a little bit, I'm gonna hop back on.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll be
Alrighty.
still on. We'll still be on until about 2 a.m.
Oh no.
All right. I'll be
Hopefully
back in
not.
just a little bit.
All
Hopefully
right, we'll
not.
see you soon.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my opinion about Cubans, and that's why I don't like to keep Cuban here. I tend to keep Cuban, you know, in where I buy them. Like, you know, when I buy in Japan, different kind of, you know, situation, different kind of humidity, different kind of weather, that will change your ability to keep the cigar long term. So, and let's say this, okay? America houses are made out of wood, and our houses tend to keep a lot of humidity in everything. So, you know, black mold is like typical in every houses. So you gotta get mold storing, like, you know, something that already have mold spore in America for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why here in Texas, in Dallas specifically, we have a lot of humidity. I'm considering bumping my humidity packs down to 62% because every time I open my humidor, it jumps up like 5% humidity.
Yeah, and the consistency makes a difference. So when you have that big of consistency issue, you want to raise it up just a little bit. So when you open it, it's not too much. In fact, a lot of places, when you open, the humidity should go out, not go in. So
No, yeah, and because in our house, it ranges between 65% and 75%. So anytime I open the humidor up, it literally jumps like 5%, and then it'll level back down 2%. So let's say my humidor is 65%. I open the humidor up, it'll jump up to 70% for just like 2 minutes. I'll close it up, and it takes about 3 hours for it to go back down, but it'll only go back down to 68%.
And I can tell you, I tend to like to keep my cigars near concrete. I don't like to keep my cigars near dry board. So, like, you know, my houses and stuff like that in Asia is all concrete. They make houses out of concrete because, you know, earthquake and stuff. But wood, you know, keep it near your drywall and all that stuff. It's all moisture. It's all moisture around it. So,
yeah.
Concrete, if it's wet, you can tell.
Yeah.
But dry boards, they keep a lot of moisture, and you can never tell how much moisture is in that wall. It might not seem like this it's gonna make that much difference, but long term, if you just keep it there, the moisture does transfer. It gets humid, so you know, it's storage. When it comes to storage, I would say, unless it's Cuban, don't worry about it too much. I think majority of the cigar in the U.S. don't have that much problem. All right, don't have I probably like only ever seen one person that has Beatles like that I know of.
Yeah, I've only had mold 2 times in my whole life, so that's what 13, almost 14 years. So.
And I'm pretty sure when you find those mold, it's not that bad yet. You probably can smoke it, yeah, right?
Yeah, it was on one, and it was within the cellophane on one of them. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just kind of brushed it off, and it was good to go.
Yeah, when I see Cubans mold, they mold on the foot first. I don't know why. It's always on the foot. And if it's on the foot, don't ever smoke it. Don't smoke it if it's on the foot. I don't care what color it is. If it's on the foot, don't smoke it. Because a lot of people say if it's white mold, you can smoke it. True, white molds are food mold. You can actually eat it, but it's still not. It's not gonna taste good. You gotta taste that really moldy taste. It's not gonna be good.
Be that weird sourness.
Yeah, that rawness, that rawness. You get that raw, like, you know, just not good. I mean, but then here's white molds are food molds. You know, that's what's on cheese. That's all. You know, you can actually eat those. But it's just why, you know, sacrifice that cigar and say goodbye to it. You know.
So why is it that cheese is really good with mold?
Why is that cheese is really good with mold? Cheese is molded. It's not really good with mold. Cheese is molded.
Because it's that sharpness of the cheese. It's just what it is. That's why people like it. I like it. I mean, I love blue cheese and like all that kind of crap.
So basically, is that when you make cheese, you're breaking down the structure of cheese, right? You're breaking down the fiber. You're breaking down everything that's in that milk, that fat, right? To bring out that flavor, that sour flavor, that really creamy flavor. And because it's edible, people eat it. Not necessarily that good for you, but then there is, you know, it does help you break down food because there are bacteria, right? They're molds are meant to break down stuff, right? So it kind of works on cheese. It kind of works on tofu. Things that you want to break down the structure so that you taste better. But you wouldn't want to break down the structure of your cigar. It doesn't work that way.
Little side note: best thing in the world is making homemade mozzarella cheese.
You actually don't have to. You actually don't have to ferment that. You actually just
No,
cook
you don't.
that.
That's
Yeah.
it's
That-
great though. You'll waste a whole gallon of milk making like a half a pound or whatever it is.
But it's more like a
best.
cheese curd rather than cheese. It's a milk
Yeah.
curd. Yeah, a
It's
milk curd.
so good.
Did anybody else catch what Michael did?
What?
He added the accent to the mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella cheese.
Matt Scave says had more on my first stick last week.
Italian here with mozzarella.
FSG Farm Road, not in Cello. Yeah, when you have farm rolled cigar, they're not treated, they're not frozen. They will have issues. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you buy boxes of cigar, majority of the time it's not gonna have issue. When you buy a box of Cubans, you gotta expect that there might be mold on one or two of them. Sometimes half the box are moldy. And unfortunately, when it comes to Cuban cigar, they don't care what mold it is. They will tell you it's bloom.
I don't expect any mold on the Cuban cigars when I buy them.
Well, if you store them correctly and if you're just buying one or two, it's not gonna have that issue. When you buy a box, I've seen a lot of boxes where one or two cigars are molded in there, especially the tubos. If you buy a cigar with tubos, the Cuban cigars love to do tubos, especially like Romeo and Julieta, or like they all have tubos, and those tubos mold so easily.
I haven't experienced that yet. So.
I had a Rocky Patel mold inside the tubo.
Yeah, tubos. When you store with tubo, always take the cap off. If you don't even need a tubo, just take the tube off. Because those tubes are made of metals and they're not permeable. The water, whatever the humidity stays in there. So it's good for like if I have one cigar, I gotta smoke during the golf course and I don't want to break it, I'll put in a tubo with me to go to the golf course. But long-term storage, tubos suck.
Yeah, I will never buy a tubo cigar or a cigar that comes in a tubo.
Well, you can always take it out of the tubo. But I think they charge you more on the tubo because they have to pay for that tube.
They do.
Yeah, they do. And it's a kind of a souvenir after you smoke the cigar.
Cat says, don't forget the cheese that has little white maggots in it. That's different. Those maggots you can actually eat, so they're not like the maggot that eats tree stuff. They eat cheese.
That's gross.
Yeah, well, the most flavorful thing on earth is actually all gross. Come on.
I mean, like, couldn't you technically eat any maggot?
No, there are some maggots you cannot eat. Because they eat rotten stuff.
I'm not a maggot connoisseur. I'm just
Well, for one, I can tell you, any flesh-eating maggot you do not want to eat.
That could probably make you sick, I'd assume.
Well, it can kill you. Because when they eat flesh, they tend to catch those bacteria and stuff that you don't want in the flesh. So, and they usually eat rotten flesh, so you don't want. But if the maggots are vegan, you can probably eat them.
So we should probably let Travis know if you find some roadkill on the road, don't eat it.
What?
Don't we picking up none of them possums?
But isn't that like a common knowledge? When you see a roadkill that's rotting and have maggot in it, don't pick it up.
No, it's funny because somebody told me, I don't remember where they live, but they said that anytime they're driving on the road, they see an animal that's been hit, they will literally pick it up and take it home and cook it.
That happens. I mean, I know in Massachusetts we tend to hit deers in here and there, and then usually they will, after you report it, the police is if you want to take it, take it.
They do that here too, like with up in northern Arizona and stuff. You hit an elk or something like that. As long as it's fresh enough like that, and say you hit it, you can pay a release fee, and they'll let you take it home.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I mean, you pay for that with your car repair anyway. So.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Might as well get something.
Might as well get something out of it.
It's funny because my wife didn't realize how big moose is until recently.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
She think the moose would look like a Bambi, And then when she saw like how a full size moose on YouTube, she's like compared to a human being, she's like, holy crap, is that big?
Yeah, they're huge,
The
and their
most-
bananas are even bigger.
They're the most aggressive mammal in North America.
Really, I didn't know that.
They're responsible for more deaths in North America than anything else.
Damn.
But wait, but are they due to attacks or due to roadkill? I mean, due to
No,
like
it's
car
due to
accidents?
attacks. No, they're territorial. They'll attack you. They're pretty mean.
I would think the most dangerous animal in mammals in North America would be human being.
Well, I'm talking animals. Well, we are animals, but
Yeah.
wild animals. Wild animals.
Hey, you guys
Some of
seen?
us are pretty wild.
Have you guys seen that YouTube video of somebody using a textbook hitting a moose in the back of the car?
What?
No.
You guys never seen that?
No.
There was
Not-
a YouTube video or a video out there where you see this guy was filming the back of his car, and there's like a moose lying down the back of the car, and the guy just smacking with the textbook, and you see that moose go, "Arr!" and they smack him a few times. I wonder
Wow.
if that video is real. I have to forward it to you guys when I find it again. Like,
That's not something I would do.
no, but then
that's
it's like, how dangerous would that be to smack a moose in the back of your car with the textbook?
Who's dumb enough to put a moose in their car?
That's like poking a bear, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say, that moose, just the head and the upper body was moving, but it was screaming when they get hit by a textbook. It's like a phone book, huge book.
God, believe me.
People are just crazy. Young people, seriously.
People
I'm
are
not saying
ballsy,
that I
man.
wouldn't do it
Were
if
they
I
also
was
in
young like that.
Wisconsin?
Huh?
Were they in Wisconsin?
I don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
Gotta get this moose off of my car.
I always wonder if that's real because I can't tell. I can't tell. Like, can you actually smack a moose like that?
I'm sure you can.
Well, I guess if you can put your head in an alligator's mouth, you can smack a moose. I mean,
yeah.
But don't make it intelligent.
No, but that's the thing. Those alligator, you train those, all right? I'm not talking like this moose is obviously a roadkill or something. Some car hit it and drag it home.
You can train an alligator to
train an
let you put
alligator.
your head in his mouth.
You can train an alligator as much as you want, but as soon as they feel a drop of your sweat go onto their tongue, they will snap that shit shut.
Yeah, you can't train an alligator like that.
Well, tell those people in like Thailand and stuff like that. They put their entire head in there and it's totally fine.
For a while.
For a while, yeah. But it's just like the people that keep white tigers in their house.
They just don't ever show the ones at times it doesn't work.
Yeah, right.
I think we're gonna need a new employee next week.
Just like if you decide to kill your husband with a tiger, you'll never know. It's not on video.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
That's right. She fed her husband to the tigers. I guarantee it.
Trained or not is still a wild animal. It's true. Brad just said trained or not is still a wild animal. That's with anything though. There's like elephant that's trained that went crazy, run like 3 blocks down the street. There is, I don't know, hippos and stuff like that. That's like circus animals. You train them, they still will eat you if they could.
That's like with pigs.
Yeah.
That's why they're what?
I said that's like with pigs. As soon as they get free, they freaking start growing horns and shit and turn to wild boars.
No, pigs they will never turn like wild boar.
No, they'll turn feral though after a while.
Yeah.
It's survival instinct. Same thing. If we ever had an apocalyptic situation, dogs would naturally go back to being in packs, and you would have a bunch of like feral wild dogs running around.
You just need to see them along. They will go train right away. You just go psst, psst, and they will be all trained. Poke them. Don't poke a wild bear, but you can poke a wild dog.
Yeah, I think that's how it would be with huskies too. I mean, because they naturally came from wolves.
There's one Asian guy that bought that had a husky, where the husky had a baby with a wolf, and then they were looking for the male dog that made the dog pregnant because they couldn't tell, but then all the baby came out looking like wolves and they're all not acting like dogs. So they're like, "Where's that?" And then later on, found out that was actually babies of wolves.
It's like with that one animal. What is it? People keep in their houses. what was it? Foxes.
Yes.
People are trying to domesticate foxes, but they still have that natural instinct type of thing. Even after 10 years of being like bred to be home animals, the moment they like get with regular foxes, they go like boom.
Those foxes are super cute though. When they're domesticated, they're super cute.
He loves foxes. My little boy, he loves foxes, but we watch fox videos every once in a while, and they're just all over the place. I'm like, no, we could never actually buy a fox.
My wife actually asked me a while back, is because she listened to that "What Does the Fox Said," and then the fox does not make any of those noises. I've never heard a fox says ding 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 ding.
That guy ended up making so much money off that stupid song.
Oh yeah, same as that Apple Pen guy.
Yep.
That guy, he's a comedian to start with, so he actually made that as a funny thing, and then turned out to be a song for some reason. And literally, it was in every single commercial in Japan for a long time.
My kids still watch that damn video.
You know, they were talking about like this guy, the phone company will be like high data, and then like good phone put together, high data, good phone, that kind of stuff. They're doing that kind of stuff for commercial. Crazy. Every single commercial I see that guy. And Justin Bieber did a commercial with that guy in Japan.
Oh no.
The Beeb.
I don't know. And when you talk about like domesticated animal, like didn't Russian people love to have like crazy mountain lions and stuff like that in their houses?
Bears, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Texas, we got people who have the what is it, like those they're almost like cougar cats, savanna cats, that's what they're called, and they try to domesticate them. Oh,
those
man,
things are crazy big, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys see a video of this Asian guy try to give his monkey cigars?
Oh God.
And the monkey actually knows to toast these cigars and light it.
And people say we didn't come from them. What's wrong with these people?
I mean, shit, I've seen videos of monkeys smoking cigarettes like normal.
No, those monkeys are actually addicted to the cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will smoke packs a day, and they'll go crazy if you don't give it to them.
I'd be like, if that monkey wants to impress me, you should roll a cigar.
Right.
That will actually destroy the Cuban cigar industry.
Planet of the Apes making cigars.
You know that it will be the new blend. It's called the banana cigar. All the cigar tastes like banana. They don't even use the tree sap as a glue. They will just use banana mash.
Banana leaves. Banana leaves.
Yeah.
James is like out tired already, but he's just almost morning.
This morning it's like daylight outside now.
Crazy.
See, I was just talking to them all on the same day earlier, so it's the same to me.
By the way, so like we have 8 viewers.
Same day for you. It's a new day for me, guys.
So we have 8 viewers still on the YouTube, but then I just to cut this video short so people can fast forward to some point. We're gonna cut it out from here, and if you want to join the chat still like until 2 a.m. you can message me for the link. All right, so I'll see you guys